lie, and kings shall deceive. We have come into the night, plunder and rage and war a night. We have come into the night, plunder and rage and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sounds of arms, fierce morality. Nightfall, the rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, plunder, rage, and war a night. We have come into the night, plunder, rage, and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Sail war. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
All right, welcome in everybody. It's Valhalla Esports, Season 5, Week number 2. Right now, you're just going to have to deal with me, Blitzkrieg Pyro, both doing production and doing the casting, so sorry for any delays. We are expecting the one, the only, the Malco to eventually arrive. Currently stuck in traffic, but we expect him to be on. Co-chair Eli Wood bailed last minute. Hope he loses his games tonight. No, I'm just kidding. Best of luck to him in his games and whoever picked him up. You got one heck of a sub. But all right, let's get into it. For game number 1, or game number 1, our game this evening is Los Nomadas versus Revolutionary Death Squad. Los Nomadas with Omega the Reaper, Bulgaria, Sir Bopsy, Tortuga, Killer Kumquat. Revolution Death Squad with The Salt, Cookie Meth, TTV, EOD Fell, MBG Tactic, and HYG Smoothie. It's a very, very interesting matchups. I think we saw Los Nomadas once earlier this week. I think they are currently 0-1, taking the L to PCD Delta in a very tight contested series. And double checking Revolutionary Death Squad this past week. But I think they ended up pulling it out. I think they had a back door from the Salt for one of the games, is what I believe I was told. So yeah, so we're gonna have an interesting matchup tonight. Looks like we're still missing a couple members in the lobby are not here. We still have 8 minutes to go, trying to fill it in. Tack Alley, bring back Lethal Lime. Yeah, Killer Kumquat playing tonight for Los Nomadas. Some people hating on his new name, wanting his old name back. The man loves his alliteration and fruits, apparently. But, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. All right. So these are our teams for this evening. Maybe have to kick it over to a break. Teams are not in the lobby yet. Again, they have 7 more minutes. I was thinking it's just taking me a bit longer, but here we are. So I will go ahead and kick it over the break so you don't have to listen to me babble. Be right back.
Sagas will be told, myths will fall to legend. Stories of the bold, glory from the heavens. Blood soaked in the sand, kingdoms burn in fire. The shadows of the dead, flames are rising higher. From the northern fjords, we shall rain and plunder. Echoes from the deep, the battle drums of thunder. Through eternity, bring forth the mighty hammer. Raise the banners high, bring forth the Vikings layer. Vikings! Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Viking Slayer. Ravens in the sky, horses start to tremble. The Vikings have arrived inside their continental. Upon the fortress gates, the arrows detrimental. The wolves in the night, the enemy assembles. From the northern fjords, we shall rain and plunder. Echoes from the deep, the battle drums of thunder. Through eternity, bring forth the mighty hammer. Raise the banners high, bring forth the Vikings layer. Vikings! Shield wall. Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Viking Slayer.
All right. So wouldn't you know it, the two people we're waiting for are our admins that are part of this. So good times. Can't do anything without the team captain there. Looks like everybody for Revolutionary Death Squad is all lined up. We'll see if they decide to play hardball with Los Nomadas not being here. Double check the team chat that they didn't give any friendly heads up. See if we need to go to another break real quick. All right, Revolutionary Death Squad taking blue side, so we do know that. Hopefully, we can get some draft walls going soon. Get you guys some details. But yeah, this should be a very interesting matchup this week. The Salt looking really good in the top lane. Not to be outdone though with Omega with his very unique champ pool. So we'll see if he gets the respect bans for both the Singed and um, Riven, as he's well known to play, or if they'll focus more on Bulgaria with his Amumu Shyvana. That style of gameplay there. Cookie Method, another very good jungler in his own right. So it'll be an interesting matchup. I think the mid's favored to Snurb here with TTV EOD Fell. But we'll see if Fell can either neutralize or take advantage of Snurb, especially if he decides to roam and play the more supportive style across the map. And then I don't think I got to see most of the last game, but or when it was last stream when these guys were streamed. But as Los Hermanos doing their patented play around the 80 carry role. I know Tortuga filled in for them last season in the playoffs and did exceptionally well in their game. So it'd be interesting to see if they're still playing around with that same play style there, and if they can get Tortuga going in these games. But then counter to that lane with MPG Tactic and HYG Smoothie the team captain. So again, he'll have the call of some of those bans where he wants those to go. See if he keeps any of those in his lane or where he tries to get those advantages for his team. Again, I also expect to see a Karma ban for Snurb. Don't know where Karma is, but he just has a very good performances there. All right, looks like I'm getting the draft lull here. But again, I think still waiting for Snurb. Oh, no, looks like they're going ahead and starting the draft. Revolutionary Death Squad, go ahead and taking out that Riven, not wanting to see that in top lane in the hands of Omega. Good evening, IEDAX13. Indeed, indubitably, sir. Los Nomadas deciding to take away the Braum from Killer Kumquat. Not wanting to see that. Revolutionary Death Squad, though, going right back at it, taking away the Amumu from Bulgaria. Definitely one of his better champions that he's shown in this league. Let's turn off this overlay here. And maybe that's what I'll turn off. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. The Shyvana also being taken away from Bulgaria, so they want to see what he has in his bag of tricks. And the Lilia being denied from Revolutionary Death Squad, but that is a double ban, I believe, not just focused at Cookie Meth, also taking away from Salt in the top lane, not giving him that flexibility. And we got 5 seconds here on the third ban, and it's the Little Dragon. Blanking on the name, but there's Karma, first picked by Revolutionary Death Squad. So getting an extra ban out of there by taking blue side. We'll see if they're going to put that mid. I believe Fell does indeed play that, but let's see if they also put it bot for Smoothie. Sorry, I'm blanking on the little Spitfire's name, but there's a Leona. I think that is a comfort pick there for Killer Kumquat as well. $5 on Nomadas winning, but Omega losing late. Oof. At least you picked him winning going up there. And there's Malco, the man, the myth, the legend, right there. Says he's 20 minutes out, and he'll jump on as soon as he can. It's all right, Malco. I'll try to cover this in the meantime. Hopefully, I can find my energy here and don't butcher it for everybody. But all right, so Los Hermanos is also taking Diana, which is another Bulgaria pick. I think probably also flex that one as well. And then we're seeing a Wombo combo bot lane there from the Misfortune and Rel. I know I saw Smoothie playing Rel earlier this week. Again, really like Rel's kit, but definitely a telegraphed kit. So we'll see if you can play around the vision and or just the undeniable. I'm gonna go in, ult you guys, and you're not moving. So we'll see what the counter is with a probably a bot lane pick here for Los Nomadas. Yep, there's the Ash. So a lot of CC coming out of Los Nomadas' bot lane. They can kind of build to play around the Ash, but let's see if they pivot and go into another lane there with a more supportive utility playstyle. 80 carry. So, yep, set ban. Salt's well known for that. Taking that away here. Yep, and there's the Singed. Uh, Omega is good on Singed, and I don't think anybody really likes playing against Singed. So, not too overly surprised by that ban. So we'll see if they're trying to take another top champion away here. Neither side's taken away like an Aurora yet. I think both letting it through. And Los Nomadas taking away the Mordekaiser. Aurora still on the board. It's one of the more common bans. Let's see if they pick something that people have played. Um, Taking away the Annie. Sarbopsy definitely has played the Annie in the mid with great efficiency. Thanks, Malco. Appreciate it. Do what I can here. Sorry, real quick. Having to move somebody. Oh, somebody else got him. Perfect. Thank you. All right, so Bropsy's here. They are not in draft order yet, so let me go back to the draft. All right, what we got? We got a Heimerdinger. Okay, again, I think that's still a flex pick here, depending on how they want to go. That's a good amount of AP already showing from Los Nomadas. The Viego picks. We're going Spicy Jungle and Volibear, which we know Salt can definitely play. We saw him play that in a scrim this week. So let's see. Let's see if they're going to flex this Heimerdinger, send it top. Even if a Trindamir's picked here, could still be a flex. We know that. And we're gonna get the Jax. All right. So we're gonna get the Jax Volibear top lane. We're gonna get Heimerdinger Karma mid lane. So it's gonna be Diana, Viego, Jungle. And Misfortune Rel versus Leona Ash. All right, so it's a very interesting teams already. A lot of CC on Los Nomadas. Always a fan favorite of that. Lock people down, not let them play their own champions. But again, I like the Jax pick, but again, it's kind of like almost a Silas there with that Viego of that Jax gets big and Viego takes him over, or Viego gets big and takes over the Jax. That could be potentially problematic. I guess same with Diana, but definitely the Jax could be an issue for both sides. But Megan can get going on that guy. He can also knock it out. Bulgaria on the Diana says time to feed. Yeah, but are you feeding your team or are you feeding the other team? That's what we're gonna see here. You see, you're gonna take people out. I'm gonna take you out. You're feed the other team. You know, hey, you'd have to interact with the lane to feed the other team. You'd have to stop farming just the jungle. So I don't know if we're gonna get that. So you're a top laner. I don't think so, Bulgaria. Looks like you're lining up in jungle here. You're like Salt. Are you talking about the Salt, the player? Are you talking about salt and water? Are you talking about salting the wound? Yep, that's right, Bulg. This is a currently a Blitz solo stream. Malco's running a little bit behind. He's probably about 15 minutes away right now, and then he'll be on. Salt abandoning the jungle for top lane. Haha. Yep, I kept trying to get them to put Salt in the jungle, and he's like, yeah, I'll go play in the streets. It's fine. I'm not going to do that. But, all right, so we're getting into the pick ban stage, and I will go ahead and post the pick'ems for this. I had that all queued up. It didn't hit send. And I hit send. So get ready to throw away all your points. Donations accepted. I will start the bidding. This looks like nobody else is supposed to bid.
Think carefully, my friend.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll start the bidding. Well, my phone's just not going to show me what it is. Okay.
I smell fear.
All right, set my
What
points.
did I do?
But Patty taking the emotional hedge here, putting 10,000 points on Revolutionary Death Squad, making my 2K that I put in there worthless, as somebody's slowly climbing up on the Los Nomadas side. If you click the button below where it says under the 10 predicted with custom amount, once you voted on a team, it will only let you put points to that team, but you can put in whatever quantity you want. Or if you just enjoy clicking the button, you can click the button. So it's entirely up to you. Turn down the client a little bit, says Malka. All right, I will attempt to do just that.
Hey, never pick a
Volume
fight you can't win.
here. Actually, I don't even like the client being on, now that I think about it.
I hear you.
We don't need the client. We don't need no stinking client. 10K straight on RDS. Oof. And Bulgaria saying he's not listening to to Malco. Can't show up on time, acting like he's got a life. Come on now. No. Everybody's got things they got going on, things they got to do. Let's see. I need to fix my names at the top of the screen, don't I? I don't know what I just grabbed, but okay. Sorry about that. It's fighting me for some reason. I will rename you if I have to. What the frack is that? Oh, it's the chat box. I see, I see. All right, so Xandry 1398 says, "Don't suck. Always the plan, guys. Always the plan." So, all right, that's just me. I'm gonna flip it over to break real quick, and then we'll get you into the action. See you on the other side.
We will march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the swords and shields. Fight into the bloodiest fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. march into the night. Let the fear sink in their eyes. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the souls and shields. Fight until the blood is fields. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side. We will march into the night. Whoa. Let the fear sink in their eyes. Whoa. We will roar our battle cries. The oath we shall carry strong. Rally up the souls and shields. Whoa. Fight until the blood is fields. Whoa. For the honor high decree. The heavens is on our side.
All right, we're back in it. Game's loading up. It's being a bit wonky on my screen though. Sorry about that. Problem with the different users. Or did I solve my stuff freeze? Let's see. No, looks like I'm still on, but the game's not gaming. Sorry about this, folks. Looks like I'm gonna have to close League real quick. Spectator bugs to be expected. Report Ash not matching skin color. Oof, rough. Gotta have that synergy. Oops. All right, we are in this to win it. Let's go, everybody. Right, looks good so far on my end. Hopefully it is good for everybody else. Check that over here in a
Welcome
second.
to Summoner's Rift. Seconds until minions spawn.
Looks like we're gonna have some level 1 shenanigans. At least some invades here. Get themselves a ward. Taking the gold lead. Oh, this actually looks like it is not still showing correctly. This window capture.
Minions have spawned.
There it is. There we go. Finally found the right one. We need to do some cleanup over there. But early gold advantage, 10 gold, 1 kill over to Snurbopsy. I guess it's probably slightly more than 10 gold, depending on what he got. But yeah, just gonna look like you're gonna see some poking in this mid lane. I don't think anybody has a ton of kill pressure early. Western Popsy's taking control. Killer Kumquat going in though, trying to get after energy tactic early. Oh, it looks like they're gonna lose this trade going back. A lot of damage being put down. Smoothie's just hitting them, and that backfired definitely for Tortuga and Killer Kumquat trying to take advantage of the early level power, but not hitting level 2, not able to get that tankiness. Now they're gonna be behind health bar-wise. Reaper able to put fully the Salt early on so far with his level 2 to level 1. There's the level 2. Salt feeling comfortable enough to fight and poke back. I think shorter trades there for Volibear is what he's looking for. Just make sure he's staying relevant. Hope you get a little bit of love up here. Mega the Reaper doing a good job positioning, but there he is, a little bit of longer trade there, not necessarily where he wants to be either. Neither side opting for Ignite in the top lane, both going TP. Salt's really going to be looking for those E's, those Storm Calls to help sustain him through this lane. Bit of a farm lead building up in the top lane and in the mid lane for Los Nomadas. Hey, they're giving up some spiciness already. They're already fighting in these lanes, so we love to see it. Nobody's just willing to play it out passively. Reaper, Omega the Reaper looking to crash this tower, deny as much gold as he can from the Salt. Salt, very familiar with this position. Oh, early dive in from their Omega. Omega both having and Volibear both having to use Flash. Bulgaria is topside here, but looks like he's just going to settle for a scuttle. A wise move. Would not get there in time for the fighting here in the bot lane. Cookie Meth is here. Killer Kumquat is going to go down. First blood going over to Cookie Meth there on the Viego. So Ropsy continue to put that pressure down. Uninteractive Bulgaria doing what he does, taking the top lane, but watch out here, they might be setting up a dive if they can push this wave a little faster, but nope, Smoothie just gonna go in, gonna go ahead and stun him up. That's a stun lock. Ooh, that's a nice barrier. Tortuga picking up the kill. Tortuga getting a double kill for himself. Definitely not worth it for Tactic, especially with Smoothie picking up the kill himself. What an excellent barrier from him. Going back to the top lane, bot side. Cookie Meth now, doubling down. Oh, went from such a good play for his team as backfired here. With them giving over 3 kills for 1 in the span of 30 seconds. DVD EOD fell, running a little bit low on mana. Misfortune doing a good job pathing there to go ahead and push back Killer Kumquat, who's back with full health. HYG Smoothie in the mid lane, creating that pressure there. Looks like Surbopsy is going to go down, and he does not want to give that to Viego. The Viego should take this here. Viego's not taking it yet. Fell goes ahead and confirms it for himself. I would like to see that go over to the Cookie Meth, get that Viego snowballing. But alas, you gotta do what you gotta do. So Salt getting the chance to bully here. I think once he hits level 6, I think he's in a pretty good spot in this lane, but I'm not the top expert. Yet getting his short trade pattern in there. He does have the wave here, and there he goes. Solo Bolo, Solo Dolo, taking down Omega the Reaper in the top lane. In that level 6, taking that advantage early and saying, no. This is not your lane anymore. You had your chance. You're done. TP coming back for Omega the Reaper. We'll see it. Oh, Salt's already used his. So he'll have to take the long way back, but his lane's where he wants it to be. Cookie Meth is up there in that jungle. We'll see if he's going to go and contest these Void Grubs. He is turning to contest the Void Grubs, but there's 3 members collapsing around him. He's going to have to collapse back into his own blue side. Fell's going to have to watch out and stay safe there, that he does not become part of that trap. We're looking to get... Oh! Karma stealing a Void Grub there. Well done for VOD Fell. I'm just gonna call him Fel from here on out. But great job for him stealing one, sticking his nose in it. You know, that's one they were not in position to get. They were out-rotated there, but hey, you know, take what you can get. Cookie Meth not level 6 yet, neither is Bulgaria. So they have a huge team wombo combo, but up, this still has trouble there. Overstep too far, and down goes the Salt here. And they're looking for more. Can Bulgaria get on top of them? He cannot get on top of Cookie Meth. Cookie Meth saying, I want some, turning it around, not quite able to pull it out. Feld not having the damage, not having the shields. He's going to overextend here. Nope, looks like he's going to be able to get out with that E, giving him that speed buff. So, Bulgaria not doing what he said he was going to do, getting the kill. Blade Smoothie here, in trouble in the bot lane. They're going to turn around, they're going to get Tactic. Smoothie's trying to help out, but is he going to turn into a double kill? Smoothie, you just got to get out of there, you're in too deep. Barrier coming out from Tortuga. Tortuga using that barrier again for great success. He's got 3 kills now using that. Keeping that bait alive. He's got to remember that's a short cooldown. It's coming up quickly. So Tortuga and Killer Kumquat able to push this lane out. It is 6-4. Big Bro close to Nomadas just before 8 minutes with a 1.6k gold lead. Not too shabby, and they're just going to continue to be able to push this lane. Sir Popsy's going to be able to fast push this. He's going to delay this back here. Fells continue to try to look. You know, had enough mana, got a queue up, but no support there. That's a great arrow, and that's going to spell the end for Fel. That's going to, there he is. He's going to go down right here. What a great arrow from Tortuga, helping out his mid laner. That utility paying off huge dividends there, getting Sir Bopsy his first kill. Bulgaria continuing to do what he does, trying to build up a lead there in the jungle. Bulgaria there on the bot lane already. Not going to be a 3v2 if they get some more CC. Killer Kumquat going full in on NBG Tactic. Bulgaria doing what he can to try to get in. He is in. That is 1 kill. They're going to try to double down here. This bot lane is going to be over. Tortuga can get this kill, and he does. Killer Kumquat taking a tower shot, so she's going to have to be careful getting out of this lane. Mega the Reaper Salt fighting in top side. What an absolutely huge plays from Tortuga and Bulgaria. Mr. I don't play this game, and yet here he is. 2-0-3 here, 9 minutes, interacting with his lanes. He's been baiting us all along. But that is an absolutely massive lead now in the bot lane. We're now 9-4, and we're at a 3k gold lead. Again, shortly 1.8k, now up to 3k. Check out gold here in a minute once we see this top fight. Salt overextending a little bit, and he's going to end up paying for it. There he goes down. Solo Dolo over to Omega the Reaper, taking the kill, taking his wave, shoving it under tower, denying Salt more valuable XP. Salt feeling the weight of having to carry his team right now. And that's going to probably be plates there as well for Omega the Reaper. Fel trying to make a play here himself, but you cannot take that many towers. You cannot take that many turret shots. The turret's just doing all the work there. Mr. Bopsy just smiling, waving there, boys. MG Tactic trying to push this wave, trying to get something, trying to get some gold back in their pockets. Killer Kumquat just going to come down, clear vision, perfectly safe there. Knows that there's not any threat at all to them right now. That's a 2-kill Leona, very tanky right now. Stacking all of the armor. No health yet. I'm just kind of surprised not seeing the health there early, but just saying, look, you're only going to bring down Cookie Meth, you're only going to have AD, not really caring about the damage coming out from Smoothie. The Salt looks like he's going to get grabbed, overextended again. If he does get the plate, oh, he does ult there, but he's still just not enough. Just dead there, buddy, and you're done. Bulgaria, 3-0-3. Man's talking about reporting people. He is the one that needs to be reported. All right, so we got a attempted blue dragon take. They got 4 members down here. The dragon's about halfway burnt. They may actually get this dragon, which is be surprising because that's one of Bulgaria's specialties. But looks like he's more than happy to trade these void grubs for the first drake. Oh, actually, it was second drake. So, nope. So he did do what he normally does, but he's going to get all 5 void grubs now. That one being sniped by Fel. That's going to give his team even more power here. Mega the Reaper already. For 11 minutes 30 seconds, already taking out this turret, already taking out this this turret on the top side. just bullying Salt in his own side. Bulgaria there once again, providing that support. Absolute menace right now. Not sure if they were watching that scrim earlier this week, like some of us were, or what's going on there, but man, it is looking like an absolute menace. Sorry about that. Trying to look and figure out a different issue on another screen. And Starbopsy has control of this mid lane, sitting just over a 5.8k gold lead, looking pretty powerful, pretty strong here. This game is not going the way you want to see it if you were on the voting side for RDS. Looks like my points and Bulgaria's points are being donated over. Killer Kumquat, a little too far forward there. 3 members, Cookie Meth still there. We're getting a TP in, probably from Omega the Reaper. Just run down MBG tactic, trying to make him feel like an AD carry. Cookie Meth in the backside, but he's getting taken out. Down goes MBG tactic. Smoothie's just sitting there. He's just standing gold right now. Starbopsy just throwing down his turret, not afraid. They're going to keep trying to push this wave under. All right, looks like they're smart. They're going to back off here a little bit, just push the wave, take the turret. Omega the Reaper going mid here. We'll see if he tries to match. Nope, we're getting a TP out of Starbopsy to go top, so he can do that match. Was very smart there. Let Omega the Reaper push this mid wave down. Starbopsy just needs to be supportive here in this game. Again, he's doing well in his own right. He's at 123 farm, most farm in the game. So he's doing everything he needs to do. He's in a pretty strong position, but just continue to empower the rest of his team. Sorry, I have a fussy baby being baby dipped. But I have the man, the myth, and the legend right here with me, Malco. We're going to get the stream up for you here in a second, buddy. And you can take it away, Ernie.
As I eagerly am watching on the stream side, I do see Omega the Reaper attempted to make some difference there, but it looks like he's going to be able to go on a rampage as he takes out the Karma, but we do have a little bit of a bot lane skirmish going on. It's great to be able to join in right on time, and well, not right on time, but sorry for being a little bit late, but better late than never as we get right into these games of RDS versus Los Nomadas, and right now Los Nomadas with an absolutely commanding lead, 9k up at 15 minutes. This is absolutely insane to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you were able to follow along or not, but yeah, they've had their way with this game. I think maybe like the first 1 or 2 kills didn't go their way, and then they've just snowballed the rest of them. It's pretty nutty. Bulgaria not following the Bulgaria strategy. He is following it in terms of taking out the jungle. He's gonna fight here.
Oh, and then there we go. Snarbopsy caught in between a rock and a hard place as he gets really low, but the Salt low as well. Snarbopsy going on a killing spree as well as falling. Both sides of RDS now showing up and faltering there as they thought they had a pincer, and instead it ends up with their lives being taken. Absolutely commanding once again by Los Nomadas here.
Called the ambulance, but not for me. Yeah. Salt thinking he's got a good pick on Starbopsy, but that man's pretty big right now, and again, you cannot fight around those turrets. I don't think he has any magic resist right now. So you absolutely cannot fight that. Again, 15 minutes already threatening base turrets. This is absolute domination. They had a plan. Not sure if RDS had a full plan together.
Cookie Meth now here to fight Tortuga. The Rel called it in, and that's just it. Shut down, going right over to Cookie Meth here on the Viego. Nicely done to be able to secure that kill. That's a pretty big shutdown to get for them, but it's not going to be just enough just yet. They got to get constant picks like that to be able to try to take this game back within their grasp. But even though the turret falls here, it's still going to be an engage right onto Omega the Reaper, but he's looking for Fel right there. Jumps on top of the Omega the Reaper, going unstoppable as the Jax is able to jump and take out the Karma, and now able to walk away even though the volley is coming in. Flash, stun, able to grip on top of him alongside Viego, going with the counter strike, able to dodge out on some of the autos, but Cookie Meth now going to be able to do more, and he takes him out as the Jax drops. But we do get the MF also dropping on the bot side, so Tactic ends up losing his life, but in trade for the top side of Omega the Reaper, a little bit more shutdown going over to the side of RDS, but it's still once again Los Nomadas with the 11k gold lead being able to make something happen. And there we go with the Cloud Drake now taken. We are now 2 Drakes away from the soul here for Los Nomadas, but I don't think they will need to get to that point. 21-6 here at 16, almost 17 minutes into this game. That is absolutely absurd. Los Nomadas wanting to be an extremely aggressive team, and that early aggression translating very, very well already into the mid game, as they can't even be fought right now by the side of RDS. And I do want to definitely give some props over to RDS, still trying to find these little bit of avenues to be able to fight as they find Snare Bobsy right there and collapse right onto him. Bullet time dropped, but the turret is just too powerful. Going to be able to trade away a kill within that 1v3. And Omega the Reaper now being able to find at least another member. The Ash arrow goes wide, but Cookie Math not going to be able to survive as Omega the Reaper is able to take that kill on the backside. And Diana now, Bulgaria finding Smoothie, but not going to be able to do anything as he gets stunned and stopped away. Killer Kumquat able to drop the ult right on top, jumping in, not going to be able to land the Zenith Blade right onto Smoothie, and instead going to be able to get them to back off there. Nicely done by the side of Los Nomadas to be able to keep them pushed in and into the turrets and not lose any members, but that's still going to be now still showing more of an uphill battle for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad to be able to win this game.
Yeah, down 10k at 18 minutes. Definitely going to be tough to come back here. Did a good job clearing that wave there, not letting any more damage get done to their base turrets, but or tier 3s. But again, threatening the bot tier 2. Bot tier 2, Omega the Reaper's just already online.
And it hurts well enough that the Counter-Strike able to take a decent chunk of damage down onto Fel, but he's gonna have to now get caught up in a 1v3 situation. And Smoothie now appears to go ahead and be able to help out his top and mid laner, but it's not gonna be enough as the Jax is able to jump out and get away, splitting them up even more. The Salt now looking to go ahead and go in, but not gonna be able to do anything as they still continue to engage in, but nicely done by the MF to go ahead and continue to clear the wave. But Omega the Reaper still bringing so much pressure to that bot side turret, just causing them to have to constantly keep splitting between mid and bot. Basically, Los Nomadas having full command here.
Sir Bopsy kind of pulling back there and taking that blue. I think I would have liked to see him push one more wave there to make sure that those crash, but nope, looks like they're going to be just fine. It's a big enough wave. Who mind questions Sir Bopsy apparently. But crash that the bot wave there, causing chaos and forcing waves on all 3 lanes.
I think it's actually really funny that we do have. I honestly was not expecting this game 1 to go the way it did. So like on my drive here, I had the stream on, and I was just like, oh, wait a second, is Snarbozzi feeling brave against the Viego? I mean, he is kind of powerful, Blackfire, Leandri, Sork shoes. But I was on my way here, and I just listened to the, I was listening to like the first 5 minutes of the game, and I was just like, okay, so things are going kind of interesting. Next thing I know, get into a dead zone, completely freeze, no signal. So then I'm just like, okay, I guess I'll just tune in when I jump in, right? I jump in, and there's a 10k gold lead at 14 minutes, and I'm just like, holy, what did I miss in the span of literally like 10 minutes? So it's crazy to see Los Nomadas right now being able to really get a real commanding lead here, and Omega the Reaper constantly splitting up their team, as now they have 3 members down here to try to take them. So that means 4 members are gonna be able to take the Baron, but that's 4 members now trying to take out Omega the Reaper. And with all that distraction, you're just giving up a free major objective on the map, and I think they understand that. Cookie Man's gonna utilize the ult to be able to get over the wall and be able to slay them, but that's gonna be the red team being able to take out the Baron on the top side. They lose 1 member, but the big purple buff of the big purple snake is sitting on the rest of that team, and a big ab arrow able to hit onto the Salt, and the Salt not gonna be able to get away using the Polar Bear ultimate used by Killer Kumquat from the Leona, but it doesn't even matter as they're able to take out the Salt there in the top side. And I think at this point, with the Baron plus Grubs, gonna be enough to push the rest of this game in.
Yeah, looking very bleak. I mean, they're gonna have 4 members up, but can they find a foothold here just to try to push back, try to get something? Omega the Reaper does have TP, so he may TP here.
Oh, but they managed to find at least 1 member as their Bopsy goes down. Nicely done by Smoothie to be able to take out the route. But Bulgaria is still legendary, going to be able to jump in on the rest of them and be able to take them out. Double kill, able to take out Smoothie there as well. So Cookie Meth and Smoothie dropping in that fight. The Salt now up. So with no minions here in their lane, they're not going to be able to push into these turrets anymore. But now they do. Oh, never mind. Now they have them coming in here.
I was expecting them to just kind of push take the mid turret, but no, they like their setup already.
I guess they really want to try to take this out, so they're going to be trying to target down. Tactic going to go down first, taken out by the Ignite. Killer Kumquat going to be able to take out that kill, but the Killer Kumquat going to have to die to the Salt. They're trying to defend his Nexus turrets, but it's not going to be enough as Omega the Reaper is also here to help. But blue turret now being destroyed. Oh, both. But that's not going to be enough. The Salt, though, looking to make the miracle run as he chases him down. Double kill, being able to get 1,300 gold into his pocket, trying to heal more. And it's going to be just enough. And kill going over to Fell. And that's going to be some massive gold turnaround for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. Nicely done to be able to pick off those kills and save just a little bit extra of the game.
Bopsy not there. I don't know, I missed to see if he like pivoted when his team started losing the fight. But yeah, this is going to probably backfire on him. He's not going to have... Yep. So backfired there. He might pick up the kill.
Oh, but he manages to take it, loses the Drake, but takes the kill on the jungler. Nicely done by Bopsy to kill out Cookie Meth, but good job to not allow the Drake stacking to continue there as they managed to take the fourth Drake of the game on the side of Revolutionary Death Squad.
Yeah, some good answers here from Revolutionary Death Squad, but still down. 15 kills down, 11k gold. So they did close the gap there, but now some of those bounties are. Yeah, you have the bounty system in place if they can take a turret, take another objective. I don't think that's falling off just yet, but only Bulgaria sitting with the another arrow hits. I don't know that Tortuga's missed an arrow yet. That one probably should have missed, but there was also an insane one earlier that I want to see in the highlight reel where he shot it down mid lane and set up Bopsy for an easy kill.
You gotta just love it. That's why having an Ashe is just great on a team. She's very she has really good global utility that can definitely help out your team, even if she's not directly involved. If she can launch that arrow or give you some vision or some information, you feel pretty good with that Ashe there. Ashe there. So I think that in general they're feeling. I think right now Los Nomadas is still feeling pretty good, whether or not Tortuga was landing those arrows or not. Just the fact that he lands them makes their lives a lot easier, and the arrows should be back up in the next couple of moments. So he will be able to have that chance to hit it again. And they're right now just looking to barrel down in this mid lane, not able to stop them. Bulgaria down up at the top side. Omega the Reaper in the bot lane trying to get ready for this bot lane tier 3 to be pushed in. And then they have their mid and top, or the mid and bot right in the middle. Going golden, gonna try to deflect a lot of that damage away. Manages to live there from Bulgaria. Bopsy now caught in some trouble as the Volley Barrier trying to take him out. The Salt chasing him down. That's Bulgaria going in. And it's almost too much damage without the MR needed. And that's just gonna be it for him as Omega the Reaper goes in trying to deflect the bullet time, but not going to be able to die there on a sliver of HP as they manage to take the game. Los Nomadas taking game 1.
I'm surprised the Collector didn't proc there and get the jacks, but yeah, either way, very dominant by Los Nomadas there. Absolute banger. I like the changing play style there from Bulgaria. I think he was huge there and matching the energy level from Cookie Method of Viego, final lanes, kind of the ganks. Again, 10, 1, and 6, 16 KDA. After this man said he was going to feed. I mean, he fed his points away, but that's about it.
I think it was definitely a well worth it game. I want to see them potentially repeat this same exact type of performance, but I don't think that Revolutionary Death Squad is going to allow that to happen. I just think this is one of those games where I think Revolutionary Death Squad just needed to kind of download their opponent a little bit, because this is one of those teams that they're going up against that is probably looking as to be obviously one of the stronger teams. Even though they lost last week, it probably was one of those, like I even said it on the Seer, where it was a potential just a slump for Los Nomadas, and they were just kind of like, it's like, okay, it's week 1 jitters. We gotta kind of have to get over our week 1 everything that we kind of went through, making sure we figure out our synergies. It was a very, very actually no, didn't they end up winning? No, they ended up losing to the because that was Kaz's team. But and that's what I just think it's just very interesting that they are now trying to make this comeback, because they were expected to be. They're probably one of the more favorite teams in the league currently. I just think it is now going to be a matter of if Revolutionary Death Squad can potentially turn this around, or is Los Nomadas going to be able to really do something. I really believe it could be that, again, like Los Nomadas is still a very strong squad. Even if they were managed to lose last week, it was still a 3-game banger that they had to go through before they actually ended up losing, and it was actually a very, very close 3 games from what I was told. So I want to really put a little bit more respect into Los Nomadas and make sure that people, just because they lost last week, it doesn't mean that that they're a team that you can just casually disrespect. You should be fully expecting them to do something like this, where they can be extremely, extremely dominant. And it was actually very interesting to see the matchup of Reaper, and I didn't get to see like the 1v1 matchup because obviously I was a little late to that part. But I really want to see the Omega the Reaper versus the Salt matchup a little bit more. That was part of the matchups that I was very, very excited for. But the way it looks like it was really based on Bulgaria and Snurbopsy and how well they were doing, plus the setup from Tortuga and some of the Ash eras to be able to really make things work. So I'm looking to see if they're gonna end up doing the same thing over again, where it's gonna be like get Tortuga on something that's very influential, whether it's global utility, and just make sure that they can still dish out some damage, but it's still going to be on Snurbopsy and Bulgaria to really bring out that main source of damage, while Omega the Reaper is just up there to really mitigate as much from the Salt, and then later on be like a late game type of insurance policy.
All right, so we do see a switch up here for Los Nomadas is now going to be on the blue side with RDS on the red side.
Does
And I will
Bulgaria play a Mumu? Let me see.
Yes, he does. That was one of the bans last game, and yeah, so we'll see if there's a pivot there.
Only in my
but
dream.
Karma, yeah, nobody lets them play it. Yeah, that's what he's getting at. But RDS going ahead and banning out the Karma. They took it last game. Now they don't want to see it this game. Los Nomadas still taking away that Braum. Don't worry, they're definitely calling you out there, saying that they appreciate your Braum play.
It'll be really funny because Los Nomados being able to get the blue side, if they can get the Amumu, that's probably the thing I would go for first pick if they didn't. Well, if that was going to end up getting banned. I'm sorry that I gave you hope, Bulgaria. I'm very, very sorry. But instead, we actually get a pretty interesting jungler in the Lilia being the first pick, as I honestly kind of like this jungler and how much of an influence that she can have. And let me just be real with you. With the way that she builds, she's kind of deceptively tanky even, and just flash AoE, put them all to sleep, get the rest of your team set up. She actually has so much. But RDS, taking away the Ashe, bringing on the Seraphine, nicely done to really set up a very strong competitive 2v2 bot lane, where Los Nomadas will always have some kind of setup for the Seraphine E to make something happen. But we see an even more aggressive in response with the Draven Nautilus from the side of Los Nomadas. That is going to be absolutely insane. If they're able to get a startup on here, it's going to be absolutely insane. It's support, not jungle. That's a lie. Don't lie to me. Do not lie to me.
I will
so
say
the
the
jungle
Lilia,
Nautilus.
I will say the Lilia could potentially still be flex top. I don't know that I've seen a Mega play it, but I still wouldn't rule that out, especially if that's a set top. I think he could still do that. But RDS still banning the Singed, still making sure that they don't see that coming out of the top lane.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Singed is probably one of the most annoying champions aside for Trundle for me, but
Vex being taken out next. Heimerdinger, RDS.
Heimer.
Don't want to see that again.
Nice respect ban for the side of Snurbopsy. I honestly, like, the only thing I would have rather seen, probably more than the Heimerdinger though, because I feel like Heimer you can actually deal with. I would have rather seen a Brand ban. And that's just because Brand just overall is extremely powerful, and let's be real here, a fairly sufficiently easy to play champion, where as long as you can land your skill shots, you basically can play the champion. So I think it would have been better to ban Brand in the sense of just like how overly powerful he is, just like how they banned the Zyra. I think banning the Brand would have been another really good one, just to make sure that doesn't get picked up. Because I think that's actually more influential, especially in a team fight situation, which Los Nomadas' team wants to fight. At the current moment with their basic pick, with the current picks, they want to fight. Having a Brand pickup for like mid lane would be absolutely insane for them, as they will be able to make a lot of team fighting happen. And already you can see where Set kind of wants to just like go in the middle of everybody. If separates himself from everyone else, then there's a very clear avenue to get onto the squishies on the backside. So I think either RDS needs to draft another jungler who's going to be a tanky pick to be able to help mitigate when Set goes in and tries to basically suplex the one target into the rest of their team.
Ooh.
Where we do have the Annie and Zac as the response here from the for Los Nomadas to respond to the Oriana pick from them. And I actually like this as it gives them a secondary dual tank, and then Annie just being a very simple, hard AP carry mage to play.
That Draven's going to have to get big, though, because he's going to be carrying the whole AD burden on his team into a set and a Udyr that are just going to be able to stack AP if that Draven does not get going. So
It's going to be on Bulg to play through the bot lane, I feel.
Jad's dad calling out that Tortuga is going to get to play his Draven. And yeah, he's going to have to take advantage early. He's going to have to get going, stay relevant in this game. Otherwise, the tanks of Set and Udyr are going to be pretty hard to deal with as well.
Jad's dad. That's a name I haven't heard in a little bit.
Yeah, I think he's been a little
Nice.
less active on the server, but we've seen him pop up a few times recently. So welcome back.
Oh yeah, he's always welcome, no matter what. Just it was just that's a pleasant surprise right there. It's always good to see some people that you haven't seen in a little bit, you know.
Yeah, we got Vintage back in the league. I don't know if you've seen that.
Haven't seen his. Oh yeah, yep. I saw him like I want to say he was in chat just the other day. That's actually really nice to see him back. But I haven't seen his Draven lately, but I know it was deadly. So this man Tortuga has made is already making a name for himself here in the league. I can see. I know that's from me also like putting a little bit more stock into him, but it's just he's been very consistent as a player. I'm sorry, and you can't. I think for a lot of people, you really can't deny that. I really want to see him and like someone like Junie go up against one another in their lanes because I want to see those two players go up against one
Patty,
another.
I'm Bulgaria. I'm just trying to protect your points, man. Just trying to protect your points.
Happy to be back around, but still hate the. Yep. Nope. I feel that to the 100th power. All right, guys, go ahead and get those channel points in. Who do you believe is going to win? Is it going to be Los Nomadas or the Revolutionary Death Squad? I personally, if you want to listen to the caster, I honestly could see this going to a game 3, as Blitz had pointed out. Not Bulgaria. Wow, I am absolutely blanking on people's names randomly. Tortuga is actually gonna have a very heavy burden on himself to carry, as he's going to be the sole AD threat on the side of Los Nomadas, but that might be actually working to their favor as they try to build more armor against him, or they try to build more MR against the AP threats. Then the Draven will be able to shred through some of these other squishier targets, such as the Ashe Seraphine and Oriana, that will not be able to really build against him. The tanks will just be his last. If the tanks of Los Nomadas are able to peel for the Draven properly, he won't even have an issue. And I do see, even though I am saying that, it looks like it's still a lot of faith going to Los Nomadas, as it's 9.6 to 3.3k when it comes to the points that are currently being used, currently being betted. So let's get a little bit more. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get those rookie numbers up. Let's see if we can get a little bit more of those bets in. You guys still have about a little over a minute before the timer runs out. So I want to just see. Oh wow, the viewers are starting to stack up now, guys. So let's go ahead and get these bets in. Yeah, there we go. 5.3k for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. Once again, still Los Nomadas having a lot of faith in them, as people believe in the squad. Oh boy, 10k just dropped on Los Nomadas' side. People really in full belief in the fact that they are going to close out this series and win these next games. I am absolutely ecstatic to see this. I want to see these guys. I really want to see Revolutionary Death Squad just to win it, just to see if we can get a game 3 out of it. But if anything, I really do like seeing that fact that people are willing to show faith to the Los Nomadas, but there is still some bets on the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. So those people who have currently the 6.6k points of people that have bet on that side, you guys are looking pretty good on those odds if RDS is able to close this game out and give you guys a little bit more points. If anything, I want to see Bulgaria might have to just bet another 10k points, try to get some points back.
I don't know if he has any points left.
If you got 10 points, man, just put 10 points in the bucket. You'll get them back eventually.
Bucket.
I had one time where I bet like 10,000 points and all I had was like 11,000. and I just started betting 10 points like on different games to see which ones would get it, and then eventually I just stacked back up again. I was like, yes.
Yeah. I had 120, almost 125
See, no, you
thousand.
you you and Hailstorm scare the living hell out of me because you two will just straight up go band for band with each other on a bet. It'll be like, yep, I'm throwing 10K on this team. All right, cool. I'll give you 15 right here. And I'm just like, all right,
I
Mr. High Rollers in the casino.
I generally will match Hailstorm, but yeah, generally try to stay away from the 10 and 15Ks. I know HGTJ. I know he was throwing down like 15 and 20K last year during the playoffs. That man that was playing with nothing to lose. Um, so I try not to stay away from those big ones, but right now the money's pretty good in this one for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. So let's make this a best of 3, earn me some points back, and let's get into it. But we got just under 2 minutes left. Let me go ahead and flip the other screen over so you guys can see the countdown timer. And I have to get back to my wife.
And with this minute and a half left, once again, you guys have already gotten your votes, and it's looking like the majority of the votes are going towards Los Nomadas to win it. But again, it could be a big surprise, a big upset, as Revolutionary Death Squad does have the very potential to be able to eke out this game 2 and bring us to a silver scrapes for the game 3. And anything, many of you who are hoping for Revolutionary Death Squad to win, whether it's for you to regain some of your points or you just have faith in that team, I'm sure the Captain Smoothie appreciates every single one of you guys who are a fan of Revolutionary Death Squad. And if you are not only a fan of the teams, but a fan of Valhalla yourself, you may also utilize your Prime subs to go ahead and support the league here and guarantee yourself 30 days of love with Valhalla Esports. Now with enough shilling and enough shameless plugging to the side, let's go ahead and get ready with the next 38 seconds before the game gets started here on the screen for you guys. I think that we are going to have a great time here, and it is going to honestly be a bloody game. I'm expecting at least a kill per minute. That's just me. Blitz, whenever you get the chance, go ahead and just make a quick flip for us. There we go. Oh, it just automatically does it for me. Okay, cool, nice. And we're getting right into the game, as you guys can see.
Yeah, I might have an error again with the stream, but we'll see.
The wet roll. Nope.
Well, on my screen it is not on the monitor, but we'll just actually yeah, I can't. Damn it.
Actually, the Los Nomadas and RDS thing looks kind of funky too on the
Yeah,
stream
no,
itself.
I'm still fixing that in Streamlabs. It's fighting me.
It don't like you too much.
It's trying to grab other things, so I think I finally got that fixed. But
To Summoner's Rift.
all right, so we got a full 5 stack from the side of Los Nomadas now here on
30 seconds
to make this
until
work.
minions
Now,
spawn.
I think doing a full and they're trying to do an invade into the red side jungle. I don't think that the red team had already warded that side.
I don't
so
know
they
how to pause
do
this,
know
so
for a
I'm
fact
sorry,
that there's a
guys.
5-man there's 5 people up in that red side. So Udyr maybe not wanting to go ahead and start up that side, and instead probably gonna want to opt to start it at his blue.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Bulgaria.
I'm gonna have to shut this off. I'm sorry, we're gonna miss the first couple minutes.
Oh, rip.
It didn't load and center on my window screen, and it's not letting me move it. So I apologize for that, everybody. So like I couldn't see the bottom of the screen to bring up the scoreboard or anything. So my bad. So hopefully this gives me an opportunity to reconnect here. I apologize, everybody. Hopefully there's no early shenanigans. Yeah, it did that the first game too, which was interesting because I did do a practice tool game previously, and I did not have that issue. So Looks like it's going to load correctly this time, so sorry about that, everybody. But now we'll be able to have all our objective timers and everything else we're looking for. Skin game, pretty good skin game this matchup, other than Bulgaria, who says he doesn't play Lilia. So again, strike for Bulgaria, lying to us twice, saying he was going to feed the other team, and then also not giving us the true facts there, where he is in fact playing Lilia. So not a good look from our admin team. Oh, how did our favorite farming jungle attack alley? Bulgaria finished like 10-1 and like 6 or something like that. The man was an absolute menace. You know, he loves to say he doesn't interact and was going to feed the other team, but he was all over the place, making plays, collecting kills, taking your soul.
He's what we call a dirty liar. You know, he just dirtily lied, saying that he doesn't do anything in the jungle. He doesn't play Lilia. And now here he is, well, doing stuff in the jungle first game, going 10-1-6 once again, and then also playing the Lilia. So we already got 2 lies on Bulgaria as we speak. So not a good look, my friend. Not a good look, as we do get a little bit of trading on that, not only the mid lanes, but in the top side, as Omega the Reaper is taking a lot of damage from the Salt right now, and he gets pulled in with a face breaker. Passive activated for the Zac. Not sure if he's going to be able to do all the damage to be able to get the Zac off, but that's going to be the solo dolo first blood being able to be gotten. Is he going to be able to pull him in with a face breaker? Flash activated, one more punch. First blood going over to the Salt in that top side with a solo dolo. Nicely done by the Salt.
Yeah, here you go on that Pharaoh. Yeah, definitely look for an entertaining series here. Look for the 3 game, but yeah, Salt going ahead, being the early game bully, get up 10 farm, and has the kill. Already forced out the TP and the flash, so looking really good there. Smoothie gets some good damage down to killer Kumquat. I think last game, and Tactic and Smoothie had a pretty good game plan, other than they didn't hit level 2 and started a fight early level 1. Kind of like traded their health bars, lost the engage overall, and then we're on the back foot there on out. This one, they know they have to be a little more respectful there with the Draven, so they're letting him push right in here. But we're going to need to see some more wave control there from Tortuga to start trying to force some of these fights. Salt going in here.
I do like seeing the fact that Cookie Meth is now here in that top side to try to make something happen. They did already force the flash and TP out of Zac with no passive. It actually might be a good angle to maybe orchestrate some kind of tower dive, but I'm not entirely sure if that is the angle that he's looking for, as he's looking to just get the Scuttle Crab for now. The longer that Omega stays is actually the more in danger he is, as Cookie Meth is now making his way around. Omega the Reaper, though, doesn't even need the help. Oh, actually, nope. The Salt does still need the help, as Omega does see him here, trying to pull them in. Not going to be enough, as they're going to be able to take that turret shot. The Salt, once again, able to secure that kill on the Omega Reaper on that top side. 2-0-0 on the Salt on this set.
No solo bolo there, but, you know, good support there. Forcing the fight.
Pulls in, manages to slap him down. Gonna be able to stop him, but Bulgaria not having enough damage to be able to do much more else. They're able to push out Tactic and Smoothie, but it's not gonna be able to do much to them. Bulgaria, though, nice gank.
Yep, he's there. You know, it looks like he's still trying to do like somewhat farming pattern, but making sure each one of those ends with a some lane damage there. Salt trying to just proxy here a little bit, continue to keep the pressure up on Omega the Reaper.
I mean, he does have the possibility of being able to do so. Omega the Reaper, though, able to go ahead. Facebreaker pulled down, goes in, trying to get his own solo dolo back in return, able to heal him off the blobs, and that's going to be Omega the Reaper, able to punish him for that, punish him for the proxy, and be able to take that solo dolo up in the top side.
Yeah, it seems a little troll, like especially like once he missed. I guess if he hits the haymaker, maybe, or not the haymaker, the facebreaker, maybe that turns out a little bit different. But giving gold over to Omega the Reaper, making him relevant when he just didn't need to be. So kind of interesting tact there.
And at this point, it's like for the early game for Omega the Reaper, all he really needs to do is basically secure a Bramble Vest and then continue. I mean, he's going for the tabbies first, which that damage reduction on the auto attacks is definitely well worth it, especially against a Set. But then it's like then all he has to do is build a Bramble, and then now Set's hurting himself on him. He can't really fight against him at that point. Manages to pull in and do the tactic, gets him slowed down. A lot of damage dealt on the Tortuga, so he's not able to follow up on that hook. But nicely done by Killer Kumquat to be able to land that hook on the tactic. Actually, gotta watch out for those.
Excellent counter by HYG Smoothie, though. Hit him with a double E to get the root and not let Tortuga come up to get any damage done to tactic. But it does look like this is going to be dragging over to Nomadas.
Yeah, that's an easy secure for them first game. For first Drake, I don't think that they were really going to attempt to contest it. It's also a Cloud Drake, so I don't even think that the side of Revolutionary Death Squad is even too worried about it. They're just more concerned about making sure that they're not giving up too much else. While they also are able to go ahead and start taking the grubs, they use the suplex, able to draw him in as the Set now going in, was able to take level 6, get him from under his own turret, but not going to be able to do much else. That's a Set ult down, but now Omega the Reaper does still have the ability to combat as he does have his ultimate ready, and I don't think we're gonna see a dive right now, as we do see Bulgaria's jungle being invaded by the Udyr. Udyr now making a walk up from the Gromp, as he does notice that the Lilia's blue is not up as of yet. So we're just gonna keep a lookout on this top side right now, it looks like, as we want to see right now. I think it's going to be Cookie Meth trying to make some work around the up top side, but they do end up getting revealed to one another as Lilia ends up seeing them, and I think that's just about it. They had a lot going on in that top side, but it looks like instead it's not going to really translate to much else except for Cookie Meth. Probably just, oh, okay.
Lane, interesting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think a poor time to, I think he's just back there, unless they're going to play the real long backing game, which maybe that's what they're doing.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Lilia also comes up this way.
Yeah, she is, so it's just kind of I feel like a waste of time. I feel like they were better off just actually backing on the side of RDS.
Oh, here's the bait though. Manages the flash. Haymaker goes in now. Lilia does not have level 6 though, so that's going to be very difficult unless Omega the Reaper, are you going to be able to get a little bit more? Not going to be able to do anything as he has a flash away trying to protect his top laner, but not might be able to do anything as Snarbopsy now is coming up with the, looks like he has the, and he does have the Tibbers, but no flash, so they're not going to be able to flash in and jump on top of one of the targets, but they are looking. Cookie Meth doesn't know that he doesn't see him there, so he might be able to walk away. Nicely done by a Revolutionary Death Squad to be able to get that kill and still walk away with their lives.
Bell able to free farm here, get some gold back in his pocket, just about evened up the CS, and it looks like he's taking a plate for himself, so even up the gold there against Nerbopsy, which is huge. He is up a level, does hit him with the ult, does do a lot of damage.
That is so much damage coming out of Fel right there, and all he has is the tier and the Lost Chapter. Not Lost Chapter, but the Amp Tome. Nicely done by Fel there.
That's
to
huge.
be able to stop the engage. Yeah, that was really big.
Well, yeah, he forces the back out here, and if he can push this wave, okay, so he's forcing the TP out of Nerbopsy there, but that was huge, for him to win that trade there.
Had a little bit more damage, might have been able to continue the fight, potentially take out the Annie, but I guess he also was being careful of the fact that Annie might have Flash and Tibbers ready, so there could have been something there. But this game is definitely a lot slower already in comparison to the first one. So, and I think that's off the back of the fact that this top lane right now is going very well for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. But the thing is that the rest of the lanes and stuff are basically even except for the top jungle matchups. So I'm sorry, but if you have an Annie and a Draven that is continuously going even and you're not debilitating or stopping them, you're actually looking down the barrel of an extremely hard game to win, especially once the damage comes out and they are able to make something happen. We do get a Hawkshot catching out Snarbopsy there, so they're gonna go ahead and slowly back off under the turret, but they don't know that Bulgaria is still here as well. Now they do, as Bulgaria is now revealed on a ward that they do not know is there. They're going to go ahead and ping that out and go and get them to back off. Nicely done by the side of Revolutionary Death Squad to go ahead and basically make Bulgaria waste a lot of time.
Yeah, looking like a much better game plan so far from Revolutionary Death Squad. Just playing a little more respectfully early.
Ooh, drops the Tibbers. A lot of damage dropped onto Fel, but can he get away? Annie trying to go ahead and get a little bit more damage, having to use the flash and the W to go ahead and get the speed up and walk away. Nicely done by Fel to negate that death, but definitely going to cost him a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to prevent that Dark Seal stacking already. Just make sure. Looks like he's going to be able to pick up this farm here. Let this wave hold itself and just needs to back and get safe. We do have Dragon coming up here in 30 seconds. We do have the second set of Void Grubs up. So I think Cookie Matt's going to try to at least secure one of these right now. If not more. Oh, might be looking for the play top side. I think I'd like to see him just take the Void Grubs here. But I guess he's trying to get support with one of his lanes. He doesn't have his mid lane, so maybe this is the right one here.
I really don't like the fact that the Salt is already doing so well for himself. I would really like to see Cookie Melt putting a little bit more focus onto the bot side when the Salt already has such an advantageous point to go from as this set right now. I know you want to continue to try to push the advantage, but you need the help that Ashe Seraphine bot to be able to push against this Draven. And with the Draven constantly pushed up, it makes more sense. But now we do get the stun dropped on the Cookie Meth. They are able to push out the rest of the team there, but they are now here. Revolutionary Death Squad now pincering down onto Los Nomadas as they're going to be able to find the Ashe Arrow. Nicely able to hit onto one of the major targets, and that's going to be the biggest fight that they needed as HYG Smoothie is able to take out Bulgaria, and that's going to be it. Cookie Meth ends up taking out Killer Kumquat, and now Revolutionary Death Squad is starting to pull ahead in this game. Nicely done.
One arrow, clean sweep, just wombo comboed the heck out of that fight. Nice ult by Smoothie there, just absolutely stopped in their tracks. It was Los Nomadas. I would like to see them chase down Sir Bopsy, but
Draven made a big mistake taking the Drake on your own, buddy. Able to take it, but they might flash over the wall. Oh, tactic, we saw that, my buddy. And unfortunately, that failed flash is not going to allow you to chase down the Draven. Instead, Draven is able to take that Drake and get out, even though it cost him a splash. Gonna be able to make something work with that. So even, yeah, you guys get the grubs up in that top side. All 6 grubs goes to the side of Revolutionary Death Squad, by the way, but it still manages to be a two Drake stack here for the side of Los Nomadas. So we're gonna see which one of those end up translating. Right now, Draven with 289 adoration stacks. So if he's able to cash out soon enough, that's gonna be big for this Draven.
Yeah, I was just noticing he hadn't died yet, and I was like, wow, no deaths, no kills. This should be getting pretty big. Salt, I think, being a little too aggressive right there. Just taking some free damage.
I think right now, for Los Nomadas, I don't think they're too worried about the angle that Omega the Reaper is playing from. They're just expecting him to eventually get extremely tanky. Because eventually, once he gets enough armor, Udyr's actually building AD or AP, so it's probably going to be more towards Ashe and Set are not going to really be able to do too much to him. So I think right now, with the way that the angle is, even though it is 4K down, I don't think that 4K is translating properly into where it's not showing exactly on the map where this is actually really is, because that 4K is probably majority on the set in jungle, when you look at it. Hold on, as we do see Draven getting caught out. The adoration stacks is going to be disappearing for the Draven as he attempts to go ahead and kite and fight this out using the barrier, trying to get a little bit more. Not going to be able to get the execution. Instead, he's going to be able to lose his life as Tactic's going to be able to take that out. And the Salt's going to be able to take a Color Conquest on the backside. Nicely done to be able to bring out more. Tippers dropped. Drowsy going to get a lot of damage on the Fel. Nicely done to be able to return the kill from Bulgaria onto the enemy mid laner. But as I was calling out before, we have 2,000 gold ahead for the side of the top laners, 1,000 gold for the side between the two junglers, and we are starting to, and then if you look at it, it's only 200, and then maybe, okay, 1,000 gold for the side of the supports. So yeah, a lot of this is really basically the support, the support jungle and top side where the lead is really happening. Now, I can say that it's starting to balloon a little bit more, as we just saw with the towers now being taken and everything, but a 600 gold lead between 2 AD carries is not as sufficient as most people would think it is.
But yeah, Draven losing his adoration stack is huge. That would definitely help to get him back into the game. So Bulgaria is still doing his thing, still taking most of the well, I'd say most of the objectives. Taking 2 dragons and taking this Rift Herald, but he did lose all 6 Void Grubs. That play earlier, I think Cookie Meth was where he needed to be. I think when he was looking topside, was just trying to get free up the Salt to come help, make sure he has the support. He didn't have this mid support there yet from Fel. And then obviously that turned into a huge play. At least had at least 2 kills there for the side of RDS and getting the Void Grubs.
I think this next Drake is going to be the real blow-up fight that determines whether or not if the lead really surmounts to something. Again, as I pointed out, 3,000 gold, 3,000 of the 5,000 gold lead that is currently in existence on the map is actually all on Basalt, and then 2,000 of it is split between the jungle and support respectively. So if they could actually make something happen here and start chipping at the salt more and more, it actually makes their lives a little bit easier. But now we do see Cookie Meth now here chasing down Killer Kumquat Tortuga there to be able to back up his laner. Not going to be needing to do so as Cookie Meth is forced to back off once you see the Draven is there. So Draven now back to just going ahead and stacking up his Adoration, and we do have Omega the Reaper being able to mitigate as much as possible against the Salt. Well, I just want to see this Bramble Vest come out of him. Once I see this, we just need to see the Bramble Vest and make your life a lot easier. Especially since the Salt now has the Blade of the Ruined King, it's gonna make it a lot harder to continuously sustain fight against him. You want to cut that healing a bit.
I don't think he's going Bramble Vest. I mean, he had opportunity there, and he's really just trying to force the Sunfire Cape out, trying to get one of his core items online instead of trying to just mitigate and survive lane.
It's understandable to some degree, but it's just like in general, I think it's just gonna be one of those items that's gonna be kind of necessary, especially against with the Seraphine too. Like those auto attacking units that are gonna be wanting to hit you, you want to try to reduce as much of that healing as possible.
Oh, I absolutely agree. He just doesn't think he's going for that angle just yet.
Yeah. Cookie Meth though gonna be trying to find an angle against the wall there. We do have the Salt here as well, but the rest of the team now is starting to barrel down towards the mid lane.
They want this mid. They want this mid pressure and translate it into Dragon here. But it looks like they're just not willing to push hard enough here to really force the fight mid.
I would like to see maybe a flash of the
Cookie
ball
Meth
on
caught
top, but they managed to find Cookie Meth with a big ult. They're leading right into H1G's movie ulti. Nicely done as Cookie Meth is able to find Strati on the backside. He continues to chase down to Bulgaria, and Omega the Reaper getting down the low health, but Fell's there to help him out. Double kill going over to the Udyr, and it's not going to be enough as Bulgaria's able to take out the stop, but it's not going to be able to get them to be able to get the kills. And instead, Omega the Reaper going to lose his passive triple kill, going right over to the Udyr as the set is now able to take out mid turret, translated over to Dragon, and that's RDS looking damn good in this game too.
Yep, absolutely. Wombo team plays. Udyr getting caught out there, but having just enough team support there, getting that triple stack there from Fell, and then followed up by Smoothie. Just once again hit him with the Wombo combo. You know, that's exactly how they drew it up on the whiteboard, and Los Nomadas obliged.
Right now, sitting at about 8k gold up, it's looking like we might be getting to game 3. I hope you people who believe in, you guys who believe in Revolutionary Death Squad, I hope your points are going to be looking good by the end of this game, because man, are these guys coming up stronger this time around. It's completely flipped. The game has flipped. The script has completely flipped from the first game to this game. Now, if you had put the nameplates on, you would have thought this is Los Nomadas' performance once again. But no, this time around, you're getting this right out of the Revolutionary Death Squad, giving Los Nomadas a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely. Just they were able to execute their combos in the fights, be at the right position, right angles to pull off those two big fights. So you were saying you were really looking for that the next fight to kind of set the tone. Well, we just had it, and RDS coming out the victors of that fight once again.
I would still say we got to be careful. It is still very much possible for RDS to completely falter their lead, but I think that they're at a very comfortable spot where the Draven hasn't.
10k at 18 minutes, so complete role reversals from the previous game.
Exactly, and I think it's really nice to see that role reversal happen. Hold on, Killer Kumquat now. Cookie Meth able to find them. It's gonna be the death as he gets continuously slowed by the arrows. Tortuga trying to help out his laner, but not gonna be enough as they manage to catch him, drag him in. They have multiple ultimates used, but Cookie Meth going unstoppable as he's able to find the Draven, and it's looking like this Draven pick ain't looking too hot for Tortuga.
Alright, Malcolm, I'm gonna have to abandon you for a few minutes and go deal with baby duty, but I will be back as soon as I hear this game ending.
Alrighty, so look from the way this is looking, wow, this game might be a little bit of a GG's. Like I said, 9k now up for Revolutionary Death Squad. It is going to be an extremely difficult uphill battle for the side of Los Nomadas to be able to come back from this. I think a lot of people had faith in Los Nomadas after that very strong game 1 showing, but it was still like they had to make sure they kept it clean, and I definitely thought that, well, I honestly thought that the team comp overall was better, a lot more mixed for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. That's why personally I believe that they were going to win. And they're showing it right now how much more the utility, taking away that Ashe away from Tortuga, so then they have the ability to utilize the Ashe arrow and a different utility. The Nautilus not be, right now, the Seraphine actually being very well utilized by Smoothie here. I like the way that these champions are being piloted. I like the way that everything is going in this game currently, and I like how much that Revolutionary Death Squad has really brought up a real good showing this time around in this game 3 or game 2, as they are trying to force a game 3 and potentially force themselves towards a victory in this one. But right now, I don't think that Los Nomadas has it in their mind that they're going to lose, and instead they're going to try to fight it to the bitter end. I think that though, if they manage to get a couple good catch outs, in a good, maybe a Baron play or something like that, I really do believe that Los Nomadas has the ability to still win this game. But it's only 20 minutes in, and Bulgaria now being found by multiple members of the side of Revolutionary Death Squad, gonna be able to force the flash out of Bulgaria, and that's actually gonna be them trying to go towards the Baron. But Big Ashe, able to hit Killer Kumquat off of the side. The Soul getting the face breaker on suplex. Bulgaria in the middle with the ultimate coming out, managed to charm so many, and that's gonna be the death of the Soul. Able to take him out, and another fight going on. There's Tortuga as he gets shredded. Smoothie getting another kill onto Tortuga as Omega the Reaper is able to shut down the Udyr, but it's not going to mean much as Ashe is able to take out the Nautilus, and Omega the Reaper losing his life to Smoothie with making it a double kill. Nicely done by Revolutionary Death Squad. Only one member lies for them, and that's going to be Snarbopsy for the side of Los Nomadas. They're forced back, they're forced out, and this is looking like the Baron for Revolutionary Death Squad. TP coming out of Fell, and they're all going straight towards it. Nicely done by Revolutionary Death Squad to really give us a damn good showing in this game too. 12k gold up, gonna be even more once the Baron is taken. I don't think there's really any real way for Los Nomadas to come back into this game unless some type of absolute miracle or a complete and utter throw happens. So right now, Revolutionary Death Squad, they got it in the palm of their hand, and once this Baron's taken, they definitely want to, they're looking like they're gonna try to go for more of an end. Honestly, one really good team fight pushed in and like closer to their one really good team fight closer to the base will literally be the end of this. Alrighty, Snarbopsy finds Cookie Meth with the Scryer's Bloom. Not going to really mean much else as right now. RDS is just too damn strong. They should just give up this dragon. Bulgaria trying to make something happen from over the wall. Instead, going to be able to try to make it. Nope, not going to be able to get the bowling ball over the wall to be able to hit something. And instead, it's going to be Revolutionary Death Squad taking that as Killer Kumquat gets hit by the Ashe arrow. They're going to be able to engage onto him. Fell uses the Orianna ultimate, try to get away, but Tactic going on a rampage as the Ashe was able to secure the auto attack on that last hit. And now they're barreling down the mid lane with one member down from the side of Los Nomadas. Now even more being chased as Cookie Meth is looking to find the Ashe and the Draven off on the side with HYG Smoothie there to go ahead and attempt to help with no Rylai's. Not going to be able to get that immediate snare there, but instead going to be able to push them off, and that's going to be more structures dropping for the side of Los Nomadas as the mid lane inhibitor and inhibitor both drop, and that's going to be Los Nomadas now trying to scramble to figure out what they want to do as they are looking down the barrel of a loss in this game too. And it's the Salt now honestly off the back originally of the Salt giving us such a strong start to game 1, and then now game 2 looking damn good. Double Drowsy able to land as they manage to go in, but big ultimate from Smoothie able to stop the full engage as they're able to take him on a shutdown on the Smoothie, but that's not going to be enough. It's Tactical unstoppable. The rest of the team is able to do something. Cookie Meth now trying to fight the Draven off to the side. Draven getting his first bit of adoration as he's able to get the kill off the Cookie Meth on the side, but it's not going to mean anything as the rest of the members are taken out. Tortuga is the sole member alive on Los Nomadas, but there's still 3 other members barreling down into their base, and that's going to be game 2. That's not enough. Tortuga, you can't stop them. You can try to chase them down. The Collector can proc, but it's not going to mean enough. The Salt trying to land the Facebreaker, trying to get on top of them, but the Collector, is that going to be enough? Big Facebreaker going to be able to not land, and instead it's going to be the Nexus dropping. That's going to be game 2. Sorry, Newport, you literally called that a little too late. Draven got a kill winnable, and then boom, all of a sudden Nexus is exploding for Los Nomadas. We are now going right into a game 3 for Los Nomadas versus RDS. RDS with a really strong showing here for their side. I'm very surprised to see how well they did. And we're just gonna wait for Blitz as he can turn
Partner,
the control.
crap, I'm running back
Oh,
in.
there he is. There he is.
Sorry about that, folks.
No, don't even worry about it, man. That's
There's a
the
reason
baby
I'm
boy.
not playing. All right. Going unkillable there for MBG Tactic, bouncing back from that previous game. 8 CS per minute there for the Assault. Again, Draven's still farming really well, but just not able to get that kill and get himself snowballing early. So very good, respectful game by Tactic. But I think right now, from everything I've heard, and as well as Salt played, unfortunately Salt, if that had been game
Newport 100
3,
has a
I would
call out where
Smoothie would be my MVP because that man
oh
was laying
that
down
was
some massive
Seraphine ults.
Seraphine
That was
ults.
those some of those ultimate like that last engage on the top side where they
I
managed
missed
like
it.
they had the perfect engage from the side of Los Nomadas. Everything that could have happened perfectly for them happened, and then you just have Smoothie. Oh, everything gets eviscerated, and the rest of the team gets shredded afterwards. And it was just absolutely insane to watch that happen. Smoothie definitely the MVP for game 2 and carrying in a lot of the play. Newport 100 making a good point that playing for the 0-3 Zach all game instead of helping Draven snowball was probably a very probably a really good call out, because you're right, like the point of the I think the point of the Zach top is like the same thing where you're not too worried about him really like doing well up top side. You just kind of want him to play safe, mitigate as much as possible, and try to get as tanky as possible for when team fights come. You can at least face tank for the Draven that's meant to be doing all the damage. But you can't do that if you're not playing through the Draven and actually trying to snowball him through the bot lane. I do think Bulgaria was there a couple of times when the Draven, but like in some really weird, inopportune moments. Like there was a moment where I think Lilia literally sat for like 30 seconds on a ward that wrote like that Revolutionary Death Squad knew for the longest time. Exactly, and that's what something Blitz actually called out in the very beginning was that it was like, oh yeah, solo AD, like that being the solo AD in this game was definitely not the best idea. I was told there was no ward. Yeah, see, and that's the unfortunate part is that because there was a ward for like that entire time you were sitting in that bot lane bush. Like you sat there for like a good like 30 seconds, like no joke, and it's sweeper came on afterwards, and I guess that's stuff where you realize that you actually had the ward on you, and it's like, well, shit, I just wasted more time here. And it was actually, and I think there was a couple times where it was just a vision play from the side of RDS that managed to actually stop you guys from making a lot of plays and snowballing through the Draven. So that actually was a very part of it wasn't really your play. It was more on the smart play of RDS to make sure that they mitigated the Draven from being able to do that by making sure that the jungle wasn't able to really influence the lanes. Um, so I think that it's not necessarily your fault, but if we're gonna play something like that, we shouldn't. Yeah, that's gonna have to. You're gonna probably need something a little bit more.
But we're going ahead and getting here into the draft. RDS taking away the
Yep.
Karma. Los Nomadas taking away the Braum. You got me 5/5, Malco?
Sure. As we can see now, the ribbon now being banned off of being banned away from by RDS. As we go ahead and wait for the second ban, they do not want to allow anybody to Omega the Reaper to be on that to be on the ribbon pick, as we do see the Amumu and Seraphine now being banned. I like that Los Nomadas is giving more respect to Smoothie here by banning out that Seraphine, because that was definitely a major play factor in that game too. And now RDS now picking up the Ashe this time to make sure that they can give it over to Tortuga. I mean, then again, you could still flex it if they want to try to give because like no joke, if it was like an Ashe Draven, I know it's gonna sound crazy, but if it was an Ashe Draven down bot side, that would have been absolutely crazy, because at the very least Ashe would have enabled the Draven to be able to catch up to certain people and just overall get that double AD threat. We do see red team looking like they were taking a little while to pick who they wanted on that support role, or if they were trying to pick who they wanted to, but Leona being the pick, a very very consistent support here, picked up by Los Nomadas to be able to make sure that they can Oh, sorry, not RDS doesn't have Tortuga. Wow, that's stupid of me. They wanted to take away from Tortuga, the Ash. Sorry about that. Los Nomadas then picking up the Leona to be able to give themselves a very consistent tank champion to utilize. And then we do have the Shyvana being picked up as the jungler for the side of Los Nomadas. I don't know how I feel about the Shyvana as a jungle in general,
It's
but we
a
will have to see how.
yeah. That's one of his most played when he doesn't get to play as a Mumu. That's a typical go-to for Bulgaria.
Okay, okay.
So it's a very much a comfort pick. We'll see him do a lot of PVE with this champion.
Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of farming, and then he's just gonna go full dragon and roar at you the moment that it's he's ready to. All right. So I'm just not the biggest fan of a I'm just not the biggest fan of Shyvana. That's just personally me.
You've been watching too much Kid Buu?
No, it's not even that. I just never been a fan of Shyvana in general as a champion, and like that's just me with the way that her concept, her ultimate, and everything works. I'm just like, okay, it makes it really hard to like.
RDS running back the tanks.
I like it. I mean, it worked. It worked, and that's honestly gonna make me pick RDS again. Just these three champions right here already make me want to pick RDS as the winners for this next upcoming game.
I'm interested to see what they do in the mid lane, and if that's where they're looking for the
The
counter pick.
Singe.
The Singe being let through is kind of an oof. I get trying to pinch Bulgaria's pool, and he is very good on the Amumu. But yikes.
I think the Salt's not too worried about the Singe though.
Hopefully he's not worried about it, and hopefully he's not like, I told you guys, I told you he was gonna pick it.
Told you. You had to. You guys had to just give it to him, huh? Now we gotta deal with the Singe.
Now I gotta
Damn it,
chase
guys.
after him, breathing in all that exhaust. Nah, it's okay. But Heimerdinger and Annie being taken away from Los Nomadas, and Los Nomadas coming right back, taking away the Tarek and the Zyra. They're really trying to test Smoothie early, trying to see what's in his pool, with 4 bans being targeted at Smoothie, as far as I can tell. Now, some of that might also be to Fell. Maybe the Zyra's taken away from Fell there.
I think that's a double pick, is taking away Zyra from both Fell and Smoothie. Because I honestly, some people they underestimate it a little bit, but you can definitely bring Zyra into the mid lane against certain matchups, and it would actually work very well. So I think for some people, like banning that potential flex, especially since it could also go in the jungle. I know Udyr could have also went elsewhere potentially, but like if you wanted to, if they didn't pick the Udyr there, instead decided to pick up their support, they possibly could have flexed that Zyra elsewhere into the jungle, mid, or support role. And there's so many different ways that could have gone. And I do like the fact that RDS is picking up the Orianna once again for Fell, making a champion that worked for him very well. Go ahead and being utilized once again.
Running back their exact same comp from last time, except for they will not be able to have the Seraphine. So let's see what Smoothie can pick up here to try to close that gap. I don't think, nothing comes to mind that's going to play exactly like Seraphine here. Maybe the Morgana with a Black Shield, or nope, just going to go with the straight up Milio and just say, nope, we're going to make a tactic as unkillable as possible, and you're not going to be able to CC our damage.
Alrighty, I like that. And so, yes, this is the game 3 draft. So I like that Bulgaria was calling out. He kind of like pointed out what was their main issues, that he was never constantly tank enough to be able to full send it into their team. I do like that, and I think again that was, you're calling it out. It's like with your team comp, you didn't have the ability to do so. And yes, this is what I was saying before in the previous game. That you should, if you're gonna ban out the Heimerdinger, instead of banning out Heimer, you need to ban out Brand, because I think Brand is significantly more debilitating to deal with in a team composition. And this time it's going to be even more debilitating to deal with, especially with Set deciding to just jump in. If Set jumps in on your whole team, well, he's going to be taking a lot of damage because all Brand has to do is press R. There's going to be a lot of CC, a lot of shenanigans that's going to be going on for Los Nomadas, and I do wish it was more of like an MF instead of the Varus here for Los Nomadas, but I think for what it is, that they're not too worried about it here. Yeah, both were 10k gold stomps leads at 18 minutes. Absolute coin flip fights. I still like RDS's. I personally like RDS's comp a lot better. I know it's just more recency bias after just seeing it, but it still just overall looks better to me. Again, I'm saying this for me personally. I would rather see an MF here instead of a Varus, just because MF would have been able to allow significantly more team fight prowess to happen during the game. And she could drop down, I think, a lot more team fight damage. So that's just me, especially in combination with a Brand and a Leona. That would be absolutely insane. And even if they cleanse out the CC, as long as you're dropping a lot of damage, the little bit of CC that does stick is what's gonna matter. So I really think that Smoothie is gonna be tested on this Melio. I really want to see how well the bot lanes and mid lanes play, but it's gonna be this one's gonna be a hell of a brawl.
All right, so I got the poll up there. Got the time corrected. Salt putting down 3.1k points on RDS. We got 4 minutes left. So get your points in. Last points of the night. Newport trying to coach up Bulgaria here.
Nah, that happens, you know. So you just gotta.
But yeah, so we're it's not gonna be doing it. All right, so we're in the champ select here. I'm gonna transition to that one. Let me fix the names again if this thing will let me. Or it'll just keep fighting me. Hailstorm logging in. Oh, Hailstorm not logged in himself. Ugh. Now you can gamble.
Not me.
Why are you logged in as other people, Hailstorm? Huh?
Because I guess he's trying to run. He's trying to run things that he's not actually trying to run.
He shouldn't be running. We gotta save our running.
So I can post VODs.
It will not let me move these names. It's really, really annoying.
It loves to be difficult for you.
Yep, just gonna rename them then. Thou shalt bend to my will. Channel my inner Viego.
Emilio Pog, free win to be honest. Emilio Pog. Oh man, everybody loves the Emilio, I guess.
A lot of faces. A lot of either people in between games 2 and 3, or some 2-game series this week. But you have to stay tuned to find out.
Jeez, guys, are we already getting like? Yeah, that's why people are starting to like slowly trickle in. We're already starting to see some results of other games. I'm guessing there's already been a couple other 2-game series. We'll try to get those casted for you guys this week. Just make sure that you guys, if anything, maybe we'll just get you guys' like, you know, preferences in. What I think I'll do is I'll look at like this week's games and be like, okay, so this was the second most voted one. So then because I think we had one that like this week it was off by 1 vote which games were gonna get casted. So I think for the next games they should get casted should be like the one that was the number 2 vote. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Or we have to watch the stoner matchup, but you know we'll figure it out. Maybe we will let the wheel decide.
Oh, I like that. Let's get the wheel.
Give the people what they want.
Love the wheel of fate.
It's one of my favorite book series. Is also a TV series on Netflix, but Fate is all. Fate is inexorable, unescapable.
Give me honestly at this point I'm ready to just see this game 3. Oh wait, we didn't do any silver scrapes this time, huh? Oh, that's okay.
No, that's generally a
Hailstorm.
Generally a Hailstorm thing. I generally let him do that. I best of 5. I think silver scrapes is good, but we'd have to have a finals that got the game 5 for us to do that. But
that'd be really awesome to have a finals game 5, you know.
We need to start that early. I'll have to take off the next day.
Be sitting here having just these freaking 3-game series that just be happening. These 3 games just straight up sweeps that love to happen for some reason in our league when it comes to finals. Don't understand why, guys. Like you guys don't want an exciting finals? Come on.
Newport, is your R button broken? Somebody
what happened?
misplaced your keys?
Uh-oh.
Or am I slurring my words? Not even
Did someone
drinking.
replace the key? Oh, nope. Nope. Silver squid.
All right, but Hailstorm with 10K points on RDS. He's believing in his boy Smoothie and Salt. Believing they're going to take the cake. And he says, down with his boy Bulgaria. I did not match his 10K. I'm happy with where my points are at for the night. And I really feel like this one could go either way. If RDS had been allowed to run this back, again, they still kind of have a wombo combo, but I really think that Seraphine really was a really great pick there. If the Oriana had been traded out, I think it would have been okay with that combination. Again, the Oriana does give them some wombo combo capability, but not to that same effect that we saw that Seraphine operated to.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. Gotta swap screens here for us.
Yep, sorry.
I'm seeing the. No, you're good. You're good. Just making sure. I'm just gonna. It's like let me just say it so then it just makes it
got
like
the people set up.
Hey, the people are good. The people can see everything. We make sure that the most important parts is there is that the people can see what's going on.
Absolutely.
But now the casters can see, which means you guys get not only the great games but the casting to go alongside them. Let's go ahead and see some great plays. Let's go ahead and have some fun. As we can see the two junglers right now going ahead and having a little dance off in the mid lane, going ahead and trying to have a little fun before this absolute game 3 of a banger goes off, or absolute banger of a game 3 goes off. And I think that right now a little bit of dancing between the two teams and a little bit of banter is definitely two well worth it things. As we come to say hi, don't hit me. See, look at that. Look at that, guys. All in the all chat. These are the kind of things I like to see. Just everybody getting along before the game started. Before everyone becomes absolute enemies to one another.
Until
they decide to all get together for a dance party.
Fel going ahead and getting some of his vision, trying to know where Bulgaria is, try to keep himself safe.
Smart. I think at this point it's probably really smart for the for them to basically just try to keep track of not Fel, but keep track of Cookie Meth in Bulgaria if those Nomadas wants to win. Keep track of their own jungler, where he's gonna end up being, and trying to dictate the lanes in a way that it's gonna make it more inducive for Bulgaria to be able to gank. Because last game they were really trying to play through the bot lane, trying to make sure they can snowball the Draven, but because of the fact that there was no real advantages created for Bulgaria to be able to do so, even though yes, it is the job of the jungler to try to create those interesting angles, it is also I think it's still some degree the job on the laners to be able to help create those openings as well. Level 2 though hit first by the side of Druga's bot lane, and they're going to get a little bit more damage. Ignite dropped onto Tactic, forces the flash out of them in the cleanse. Nicely done by the side of Los Nomadas to go ahead and be able to already get a good start on this bot lane.
Yeah, just cost them one Ignite so far, but that was well worth it for them. They have the advantage again. If I was Leona, I'm still sitting there trying to look for that re-engage. Still have your flash to get in, still have the gap close. Really gonna force him, bully him off the wave here. Yeah, I feel like Killer Kumquatch moves. Yeah, exactly. A little far forward, farm as slow as you can. Just kind of deny as much as possible. Don't need to crash this just yet. But.
Right. I don't think that they have to really rush themselves. I honestly think that Revolutionary Death Squad could play this a little bit. They can play this decently slow for themselves. Omega the Reaper already basically already taking a chunk of damage from the Salt, but already starting to be a menace towards him, flipping him over, trying to get him behind the poison trail. And as we already know, rule number 1 of League, do not chase Singed. So we do see the channel not going to be able to land that piercing arrow onto Tactics, but at the very least we are starting to see at least Tortuga prove me wrong, as they are utilizing this set to be able to get a lot of damage, or utilizing the bears to get a lot of damage off. But Cookie Meth, Omega,
I like the
you weren't
expecting
expecting
him.
him.
Now.
That's unfortunate. Going ahead, activate the ghost, gonna get the stun off. Omega the Reaper not gonna use the flash, or not gonna be able to have any flash to try to get away. And instead, it's gonna try to make it work, but can't. And that's gonna be the first blood secured by the Salt, getting a repeat of game 2 already for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad.
Really good pressure there created by Cookie Meth. Salt just fighting him early, knowing he's going to get that help. Bulgaria on the other side of the map, not able to cancel.
Bulgaria is now here, able to land a little something, but right now only level 4 on the Shyvana. Not going to be able to get much done at the current moment. Definitely going to want to try to make a different angle happen here.
Force out that flash from Smoothie. If he didn't get that flash off, Killer Kumquat would have hit that stun and ended his life.
Ooh, a lot of damage coming out from Brand. Managed to get a lot on that mid lane. We do see that it's right back to bot lane, though, as Killer Kumquat right now is taking a little bit of damage from the Milio Ashe combination, but it's not going to really translate too much of a fight. Killer Kumquat looking for the angle to try to go in. Goes in on top of the Milio. Manages to get the stun onto Tactic. Gonna get to drop a little bit of damage. Not enough, as the Q is able to bounce back Tortuga, and he's not going to be able to do much else or step up. Tactic now going ahead and landing a decent amount of damage on the Killer Kumquat. Kumquat now jumping back in to land a little bit of damage on the Tactic, having to flash in. Tortuga trying to get a little bit more of the autos. The shielding from Milio going to be able to do more, but Kumquat taking too many turn shots and wants a little bit more damage. Smoothie going to be able to take that kill. Tortuga not going to be able to do much else. This is what I meant by, personally to me, I would have rather have seen the MF over the Varus in this particular composition. Getting caught shopping there, Snirbopsy. You don't want to do that too much. I think the reason why I said I wanted to see the MF over the Varus is that I just think that the sheer damage from a MF in the early game is just that much more in comparison to Varus. And with the Leona being paired up with it, and the way that Killer is currently playing, it honestly, I think that extra damage that you get from her autos could have been potentially the difference between whether or not that would have been the kill there and propelling Tortuga ahead. So this is one of those weird ones where I'm just like, okay, maybe the pick here, as I called it out in the beginning, I would have rather seen it. But Tactic now being too greedy and staying here for way too long. But the call out, nicely done to go ahead and call out the fact that they saw Leona somehow before she can actually make it around and be able to jump onto Tactic, forcing them back. And now it's going to be the free back without losing their lives for the side of RDS. But that just means a dragon is given up over to the side of Los Nomadas, but the Grubs is also being taken by RDS. So I think RDS right now going with the overall win at this moment.
Unfortunately, Malcolm, I'm gonna have to step away again. My child's screaming in the other room.
No problem at all.
But yeah, good job playing that slow there from Tactic and Smoothie in the bot lane. And then just unfortunately 2 rush there by Tortuga and Killer Kumquat, trying to make a play happen that wasn't necessarily there, taking those tower shots, giving that kill over.
And right now, it's just 1k gold leaf for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. Not so bad, but this is now Killer Kumquat now starting to roam. Doesn't use the flash, but instead, Fell going to be able to land that ultimate, being able to get Killer Kumquat to just go right towards the center, and then backing off. Uses the flash still to get themselves away, but Killer Kumquat, though, going to use a lot of that time to go up towards the bot lane, up towards mid lane, to not really get much else except for a flash from the mid laner, which is nicely done. But Fell has been very, very useful on this Ori, so I don't think that's gonna be too difficult to utilize without that. Chris, it is actually a tie right now, 1-1 between Los Nomadas and Revolutionary Death Squad. Both games were literally 10-minute big old coin flips. Both teams were about 15 minutes, had 18 minutes, had a 10k gold lead. It was absolutely insane between both the games. So right now it's a really big toss-up between who's going to win. It's only a 1k gold lead right now at about 7 minutes. So we don't know exactly who's going to be the current winners. But I think right now, personally to me, I like RDS's squad a little bit better because they just basically played back the same composition, just missing the Seraphine from last game, and it was a really dominating composition for them. But I think that Los Nomadas is definitely going to make sure that they give them a run for their money. Omega the Reaper, though, finding trouble as the Salt already starting to get some of the punches off, and Tortuga gonna utilize the Varus ultimate to be able to get that, to be able to land on the Smoothie and be able to get Tactic down. But Smoothie using the ultimate, gonna be able to stun up Tortuga. Tortuga now gonna utilize the barrier, trying to get a little bit more, having to utilize the cleanse to go ahead and chase him down. Smoothie gonna have to lose his life to the Leona, but now it's gonna potentially be a double kill over to Tortuga as Killer Kumquat runs out and does not have any type of other CC, and that's just Cookie Meth coming in, walking in like the dude from Sailor Moon who says, thank you guys, I did my work, but you didn't really do much, and instead he's walking away as he just comes in to take the last hit. Bulgaria now trying to get that extra kill, trying to jump on the tactic, but not going to be enough. Turret shots being taken down by Cookie Meth, not going to be able to get any more damage as this is an AD, not an AP Shyvana. So we do see that kill going over to the side. Oh man, Bulgaria still looking for the kill. I actually think that they could have went in on Bulg right there after landing the W onto him. I really think they could have potentially went in 1v2'd and killed Bulgaria there, but they decided not to do that and potentially run that risk, and instead gonna get these backs off. Nicely done by the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. Oh man, this is something that's very interesting. Revolutionary Death Squad being one of the teams that I don't think a lot of people were expecting to really compete or do well, but already looking pretty damn good. I really do like the fact that their top jungle matchup has actually been very, very interesting so far, and their bot lane is definitely being able to compete against the Los Nomadas bot lane. Oh, excuse me, guys. Definitely makes it a sight to behold. As we do see the gold lead is starting to balloon a tiny bit more as we're starting to get closer and closer to a 2K gold lead for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. I do like seeing Tactic and how he is currently going back and forth here. He does not want to step up too far as he might potentially get caught by a Zenith Blazing Killer. So I do like seeing that he's trying to be extremely careful as possible. I don't think they know that Bulg is here. I just really don't like the fact that Bulg is spending so much time in like just kind of like traveling up and down the lanes when it's like there's not much else he can really do, unfortunately, I'll admit, because I think every single lane is actually pushed in at the moment, so there's not much of ganking he can really do. Tries to go in, Xenoblade lands on Tactic, not gonna be enough if the ultimate comes out, and that's gonna be landing onto a turret shot, gonna be enough as Smooth is able to take that kill. Nicely done to stun them up and not be able to take it, reversing that gank. Tactic landing that arrow, able to keep Killer Kumquat under the tower long enough to be able to take the turret shots that allows the kill to go over to Smoothie. Yeah, this is one of those supports that takes the kills, but god damn, the Smoothie look good, and that's actually going to be a pretty good translation for Tactic as he's going to be able to help him getting these items more. Interesting Melio cues. Yeah, there are some interesting ones. Oh, hold on. Ball, ultimate lands on the Snurbopsy. Snurbopsy try to get away, but not going to be enough. He does have the flash, but not going to waste it as he loses his life. Udyr able to take that kill. Revolutionary Death Squad looking damn good right now. Right now about 4K gold up, looking to get this next drink of the game. Tortuga Killer Kumquat now walking up, trying to make something happen. They go ahead, they take a little bit of the plant, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tortuga tried to launch a Q over the wall here to be able to do something. Yep, he's going to, but gonna be too late to be able to take that drink, and instead it's gonna be Revolutionary Death Squad securing another objective as they have 6 grubs, 1 turret, 1 dragon. They are really starting to dominate this map as they start to balloon their gold lead a little bit more, and this is going to be an ocean drink for this map, guys, so that's going to be very, very powerful for some of these tankier champions on the side of Revolutionary Death Squad, so they are going to love this particular drink for themselves. Tactic right now looking good, 1-0-3 on this Ashe, 2-1-2 on Melio. For Smoothie, we do see that Fell is able to keep themselves very, very well done. Even with the Darksteel stacks coming out from Snurbopsy not being able to really make full utilization of the Darksteel, not going to be able to do anything. Cookie Meth, I think, knows that there's vision there, and they managed to land that on them, but they're just trying to walk away right now. Melio gonna be able to land that. Oh, the Salt is here to be able to get something. Not gonna be able to land the Face Breaker, and instead trying to chase down Tortuga, but so much is coming out, gonna be able to stop him. Killer Kumquat almost taking out, but Bulgaria gonna be able to take out the Salt thanks to the turret shots. Cookie Meth gonna be taking on a lot more too. We got a TP coming in from behind as the brand is now here, and he's looking for the getting a lot of damage on the 2 different people. Gonna be able to get the explosion, even though Tactic's able to take down somebody on the bot side, even take on the Leona. Bulgaria will be able to take him out as well. That's gonna be so much more damage, and Snurbopsy getting into the right place at the right time, able to use that ultimate to be able to help take out the Udyr before they can even run away. Nicely done for them to be able to come back off the back end of that fight. It's nice for Los Nomadas to still be showing signs of life here, but I think Revolutionary Death Squad, that was a slight mistake that you guys made. The Salt was in the right place at the right time, but so was Bulgaria and the rest of Los Nomadas' squad. And I think Newport, that was one of those interesting dive angles that you were actually looking for previously from Bulgaria. and it was a really nice dive from Cookie Meth and the Salt there, or it was a really nice dive. If Set ult, they could have won that TVA. Yeah, and honestly, I was waiting for the Set ult to come out there. I thought the suplex was gonna happen, then the Varus was gonna end up dying, and it was just gonna end up ballooning into more of a fight. Even if the Salt died there, it would have still been more of a, it would have been an overall one fight where I think Snorbobsy wouldn't have TP'd once he saw the death happen of Varus off on that side. So yeah, I think that was just a matter of resources not being there, and I don't think it's a constitution of whether or not Revolutionary Death Squad is going to lose, because they still do have a lot on their plate under them as they start to get these plates, as they start to push in more, and they are actually looking at this Rift Herald right now too. So it could be, it actually could prove to be that they are still able to secure these objectives. Oh, hold on, the Salt caught between Omega the Reaper, Bulgaria, and Killer Kumquat. Now Ash sending the ultimate up towards the top side, trying to fight off Tactic, but Tactic able to hit the 1v1. Not going to be enough, and Tortuga able to take him out. Did the Ash arrow end up hitting? I'm not sure, but we do see right now Snorbobsy going ahead, able to take out Fell. Cookie Meth now caught between different members, going ahead, being very low health, doesn't want to get flipped over. Omega the Reaper now able to take that kill with the poison, forcing off the rest of Revolutionary Death Squad, and now Los Nomadas starting to turn this game around. All right, we do see now officially I think I cast a curse Revolutionary Death Squad. They were looking really good. Now all of a sudden, immediate turnaround. They get the Rift Herald. They're about to get this bot lane turret for themselves and bring the gold lead overall into their favor, as now they now command the gold lead for the first time since last game. Los Nomadas now sitting at 400k, 400 up, not 400k up. That'd be insane. But 400 up now, and we're gonna start probably seeing a little bit more back and forth as these two teams sit just about even with one another. Yeah, honestly, I cast a curse a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This happens quite a bit. I hope that RDS can still pull it out. Not in that sense. But I hope that they really eke out this win. But it does look like right now that they do have a little bit of an uphill battle to punch at, as right now Los Nomadas is starting to catch up. Okay, so we do have a decent amount of fighting from both ends. I am going to be very surprised if these honestly, it's gonna come down to a massive team fight at this point. Both these teams are way too even. Now, we need to have this next Drake fight to kind of break open, and that's gonna determine which squad is really gonna come out on top for the rest of the mid game. This is where we start to see the massive transitions, and we're gonna see where the items start to translate into actual advantages. Cookie Meth going unstoppable, able to stop away from the Zenith Blade, getting caught out. It's gonna be Smoothie. He's gonna be the first death of the fight, as Bulgaria's able to go on a killing spree, able to take him out. The TP from behind, as the Salt is able to be on the set and get the massive suplex, being able to get 2 kills from the side of Revolutionary Death Squad. That's gonna be 3, as 3 members are taken down. Double kill going over to the Salt, and he's able to still walk away with his life. Nicely done by Revolutionary Death Squad to be able to go ahead and get that for them. But Omega the Reaper has just found his target. He's found his target, and that's Tactic going to the gray screen. As now Omega the Reaper is looking for the rest of the members, but you don't chase down a Sage. Look at all that damage coming out from the poison, all the slows. Nicely done by Omega the Reaper to come in from that late end of the fight and stop them from taking the Drake entirely. Now Bulgaria has the ability to do this himself, but Cookie Meth is still here. He doesn't want to let this go so easily, but I think right now it's looking like Cookie Meth doesn't want to run the risk, because he does not have flash to be able to go over the wall, and there is no scryers, or there's no blast cone, so he's just gonna have to let this Drake fall. Smoothie's still gonna attempt to take it. That was actually really close. If the smite didn't go off at the right time there, that actually could have been the Amelia Q potentially taking it, but that's gonna be another Drake going over to Los Nomadas, still sitting at just under. Actually, the gold is now sitting even after that massive team fight. 300 gold up for the side of RDS. This is an extremely even fight. That's why I said the salt on the set was literally starting to mess with me. You guys try saying that 6 times fast. It was just that the salt on the set does the suplex. Try saying that 3 times fast. I got you guys. But it's it was a massive. Oh, see, look at that. Blitz already got me with it. But the salty set. Oh, hold on. Tactic having to use the arrow to go ahead and avoid everything as the ultimate comes out. Smoothie now being caught out. Bulgaria getting a bunch of damage down. It is interesting to see this is the Spear Shojin on the Shyvana, which right now isn't looking like much, but now that I do see that Haunting guys actually built with the sword shoes, now I do kind of see where they're going towards. Ooh, nice damage landing on the Snurbopsy as they're able to get a whole combination, taking out about a third of his health away from the brand via fell. Nicely done. But this is now Los Nomadas able to summon the mid lane, Rift Herald in the mid lane, get a charge off, bring some of the gold back into their favor as they're now going to get this second charge onto the mid lane. Then Killer Kumquat jumps out of the Rift Herald. Rift Herald now destroyed. The rest of the team now going to back off as they are now able to crack open that mid lane. That means now Los Nomadas having a little bit more control in that mid part of the map, even though the Salt right now putting a lot of pressure on top. The salty set does a suplex, and when that happens, like, honestly, this is what's going on with Revolutionary Death Squad right now is what exactly I was worried about in game 2, where it was like a lot of the gold was going towards the salt. And with that being said, with if you guys can't take that really big lead in the top lane and then switch it over, it's gonna start to become an issue. And I'm starting to notice that here, where you don't have as much of a lead between the two supports, you don't have as much of a lead between the two ADs, and you don't have as much of a lead between the two junglers this time around. Majority of the big lead is actually from the Salt in the mid lane. Oh, hold on. Bulgaria, though, finding Tactic. Tactic just getting caught out in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Bulgaria now on a rampage on this Shyvana, trying to show the caster why you should never distrust the Shyvana pick. Nicely done by Bulgaria to try to prove me wrong and show me why you need to still ban this champion against him.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking, well, a big difference in this game from game 2 is Bulgaria seems like he is online and being an active part of this game, able to get this, get some picks, get a couple of assists as well for himself, just more proactive on the map. He actually has the gold lead against Cookie Meth this game, even though Cookie Meth has that 7 KB, there's one more now, but even before that pick. So just able to do more on the map, like you said, that top lane. It's that 2,000 gold difference force set. But can he, what can he actually do with this? Can he force a side lane pressure? Because I don't think we saw too much of that last game. Was like the set just like this unkillable thing at the side, just drawing all the pressure. That's really, I think, the angle he's gonna have to play for.
Because, like, look at it this way: if you had a 2K difference on your AD or mid laner, like, you would be in team fights, I think you would be noticing a significant difference in how the damage is dealt and how much you guys win your fights in comparison to right now Set having that 2.5k or 2.3k gold lead in that top side. It's like, how much damage, how much carrying can the Set really do unless he's really setting himself up with these big haymakers, which in that regard, if he's not, then it's just like, ah, damn. Like, there was a couple good setups. There's a lot of good setups that keep happening, but it's like the Set can only do so much damage. You need more out of Tactic, you need more out of Fell, and if they can't start to come online for themselves, as we do see Bulgaria now jumping on top of them, Smoothie able to use the ultimate to go ahead and be able to get them out. Tactic now having to use the ultimate, but now it's gonna be 4 members caught between the bot laners. Bulgaria now going unstoppable as Omega the Reaper is now on a killing spree, able to take out at the Ashe there, and that is going to be the Baron now going over to Los Nomadas as they are able to go ahead and take this, and with the brand as well, that's going to be a lot of damage onto this Baron already below half health. There's no way that they have the ability to fight this. This is just going to be the Baron going straight over to Los Nomadas. But we do still have Set, though, with the 6 grubs, able to go ahead and start taking down some of the turrets, opening up the mid lane for the side of Revolutionary Death Squad, so it's not completely out of the realm of the game being actually there for them. We do have the TP now coming out of Fell towards the mid lane to get ready for this Drake fight. They are expecting that at least somebody's going to walk up. Nobody knows that they're there. I hope that they can catch Bulgaria with this, and that's going to be big. And they managed to get all of them in the middle. The Oriole comes out, big shutdown as Set takes out Shyvana, and this this might be the fight that Revolutionary Death Squad was looking for. As Omega the Reaper is now taking out the low health, gonna have to be able to take them out. Killer Conquest going in the middle of everybody trying to catch out Cookie Meth, but not gonna be enough as Fell is now taken out by Tortuga. And that's gonna be trying to get in the middle of them, but able to block them off as Milio is able to kick them off, but that's gonna be a double kill going right over to the Varus. As Set though is not gonna be there, and that's not gonna be able to do anything else. As now the Brand takes a double kill, able to shut them down, and the Varus takes out the Ash, cleaning them up as Cookie Meth is trying to walk away, run away right now. Omega the Reaper chasing them down. That's gonna be the Hextech Drake. The third one going over to Los Nomadas. Nicely done by Revolutionary. That's gonna be going over to Los Nomadas. Nicely done by Los Nomadas to take out Revolutionary Death Squad in that fight. Even though they had the advantage, they had the drop, it was not enough. Even though they took out the jungler, it was still not enough. As all that gold once again went straight to Set, and we are just noticed it from this entire game right now. Even though yes, Set has this massive gold advantage, it's not translating to the other lanes, and unfortunately it's currently right now leading to Revolutionary Death Squad's demise as they sit at 3.5k gold under.
Yeah, it's the Set kind of pulling Bulgaria back, just trying to get the pick play. Like, I kind of understand what he was doing, but he didn't get the damage, didn't double down on the damage. Weren't able to clean up Omega the Reaper, and then kind of, between blowing mid tops ults, and then the bot lane not being there to support that play, it's kind of unfortunate there by RDS. They had a good idea, but just not the team execution to get that job done. And then the follow-up with the cleanup is just there.
Yeah, and then it just makes a lot of sense. And now, I mean, Bulgaria gonna be able to try to fight back Set, not able to get that last hit on the turret to be able to translate it back. The Salt taking a bit of damage though. We do see getting flipped over. Omega the Reaper now having to run away as Cookie Meth is also here, but they are kind of scared of him at the moment, as you don't want to continuously chase down the Singe. Singe now chasing you down, gonna be able to get the ground, but not gonna be enough as Varus lands the ultimate onto them, but he's trying to 1v1 and he gets in the middle of a 1v2 solo dolo on the two members for the Varus. Tortuga looking damn good, double kill for the Varus of Los Nomadas, and now they're gonna be continuing to barrel down, as we did also see the Salt gets dropped up in that top side too. So that is just so much now for the side of Los Nomadas as they start to take out Revolutionary Death Squad. Unfortunately, Revolutionary Death Squad looked amazing in the beginning of the game. They were already starting to pull ahead, and then all of a sudden though, Los Nomadas turned up, and now they are starting to bring it up big as the torch start, as they said, torch stomp going up, and they definitely are showing proof of it as Tortuga now sitting 6-2 and 8 with a 400 gold bounty on him. Omega the Reaper though getting some stonks on him too. 3-1 and 4 on this Singe, and as already called out, Bull cannot have the Shiv, Omega cannot have the Singe, and both of them are showing why those champions are constantly banned against them in every game.
Yeah. Maelstrom, your points are looking tasty, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't vote on this one because I honestly thought that this next one was going to be a complete coin flip, so I didn't feel like having to actually vote on it. But just because between the first two games, it was an absolute coin flip. I mean, you had literally a 10k gold lead at 18 minutes. It just two severe stomps in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, this game's definitely been a lot closer. But I just think RDS, like, again, maybe I'm wrong, but I just don't feel like the set's giving them enough split potential. Or at least they're not letting him play on that side of the map like that, where he's really, able to use that hull breaker, really use that
Smoothie, that's unfortunate, getting caught, found in the middle of all the members, going over the wall, but still gets hit, even though the Ash Arrow lands. Smoothie gonna be losing his life to Bulgaria with the E being able to hit him on the explosion with the fadeaway. Nicely done. As the ult comes out from Tortuga, able to land onto him, Fell now getting flipped over by the Singe, and then Varus gonna be able to secure that kill. Tortuga now going Domination Nation as they try to go into this mid lane, trying to push more into it, but not gonna be enough, as Set and the rest of the members of Revolutionary Death Squad are now here to defend their mid lane, sending Brand down bot to go ahead and try to push this out a little bit more. I do like the fact that Revolutionary Death Squad is still fighting tooth and nail to make sure that they cannot win this game, or they can make sure that Los Nomadas does not win this game, but it's just still going to take so much more for them.
It's death by 1,000 cuts right now. They're just pushing the side lanes. Now they're going to have their pick of Baron or Dragon. Probably go Dragon here and go ahead and collect Soul for themselves. Or they could just leave Dragon up and just force RDS to try to make a play while they take the Baron. That way they don't give an opportunity to coin flip Drake.
I think what will end up happening is if anything, I do like seeing Los Nomadas back here, And with the Drake coming up in about 30 seconds, I think for them, what they want to see is just like everyone barrel down to the Drake, try to prioritize. Because I do see Killer going towards the Drake. So I think that the call is, hey, back, everyone come towards Drake. This is going to be the big fight.
This is what's going to give Salt, though, as you see him top lane, give him a chance to split. So Omega's going to have to answer, but Omega does not have TP. If Salt is able to pressure here and then escape Omega, if he plays a game of hide and seek and wins, he can TP and make this a 4v5 fight.
Which I think that's what his intention is to do.
Yep, here he
TP
goes.
coming in from the top. They do not see it. And he's going to try to
He got
flip him.
denied.
He manages to stop it. So now the Soul can't join the fight. So the rest of the team for the side of Los Nomadas is just going to be chasing down Smooth. He's going to probably be the first to
That's all
drop
she wrote.
as Bulgaria takes him out. And then he finds Fell off the backside as Bombsy takes off Cookie Meth off of the top. That's all the members. The Soul being stopped from being able to TP by Omega the Reaper was such a great play, as that stops them entirely
Goodbye,
and doesn't
Tactic.
allow for the side of RDS to be able to do anything. Instead of taking the Drake, they're saying that screw that, we took out 3 members, let's get the rest of this mid lane and then go to Drake.
It's gonna be all she wrote here. Just march right down mid. Like I don't. See
Yeah,
anything
I mean,
stop.
it's gonna be
Salt can
Smoothie
delay
coming
slowly.
back.
Salt might be able to grab somebody and throw him back into the team. Right here, Killer Kumquat back in on the
Oh, here we
Tsunami.
go. Gets a decent amount of damage. Able to manage to land that face breaker onto them. And manages to get Killer Kumquat in the middle of all that. But Snervopsy landing a big ultimate onto Soul. Going on a killing spree. Going to be able to take him out there. And blue team's turrets and the Nexus is going to be destroyed. Tactic, though, trying to get the kills, but not going to be enough as he does manage to get Bulgaria. But it's going to be a shutdown as Tortuga goes godlike. Now being chased down by Cookie Meth.
Yes,
As he's
the
able to
Nexus.
take out he's going to be able to take him out and get the attack on the Nexus. He takes out the Brand, trying to take out the Varus, but Varus takes him out first. Tortuga able to go 9-2-10 at the end there, and the victory and the overall series going to Los Nomadas.
They would not be denied in this case.
Holy.
Last week, banger of a series, coming down to game 3, having that experience here, not going to be denied.
I said it. This was just last week was a slump week for Los Nomadas. They were gonna come back punching this week, and they're gonna make sure that they're able to take the win. It was another 2-1 though, so we can't take it away from Revolutionary Death Squad
no.
in any sense.
Yeah.
But now both of these teams going 1-1 right now. I think that these two might have found. I think these two teams might have found a rivalry within one another, as that was an absolute banger of a series to watch because of how even both those teams were, and both those teams realized that they could flip against each other at any point in time. This is probably one of the most even games that we've seen so far in the league, even though it's only week 2.
We got some farmers. Almost all 4 farming members for Los Nomadas. Almost at 7 a minute.
Jeez, I mean, you look at the side of Revolutionary Death Squad too. They were still fairly even, 6.2, 6.6,
Yeah.
6.7. Like, yeah, 8 per minute from set, but like that's still pretty. I think they were still doing pretty damn good over there.
They definitely
so,
were, but we're getting better in this league for sure.
Yeah, numbers are going up, guys. You guys are practicing really well done.
But yeah, so that gives us a 2-0 of victory for Los Nomadas. We'll
Sure, so now
get
we're
an
gonna-
MVP vote up here as soon as my fingers can manage.
We're going to go ahead and get that MVP vote up. Again, Los Nomadas, congratulations being able to take the series for yourselves. I know that must have been it was definitely a hard fought one, especially in that third game where you guys had to really tighten up when Revolutionary Death Squad was starting to pull away with it. I think they had like at one point a 3K gold lead, and then all of a sudden you guys managed to just rip that back away from them. I really do want to say that I am proud of you. I'm proud of both teams for being able to make a really big ass, like, basically just a whole freaking craziness happen. I thought that was fun to cast. That was fun to watch. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. So now you guys go ahead and be able to put up your MVP votes. Who did you guys believe were the MVPs of this game? If I had to choose between members, at least from what I've seen, it's probably going to be between Bulg and Snerbopsy. I definitely think Tortuga deserves something there, but I think it's going to be a lot of it was on Bulg, at least from the first game I saw with Bulgaria and how well he played. And then it's just, unfortunately, I missed the first game, so I can't really put the full like value on who.
Yeah, my vote
'cause I kinda
personally
just
is
jumped in.
going to Bulg if the server lets me hit vote. But when in the games that they were successful, he was definitely a major part of it. Definitely a major player up there in kills, affecting lanes early and often. Just being that threat on the map.
Right
So
now,
I think he was
it's a
definitely the difference in their win versus loss.
looks like the difference. Last game bias OP. Yep. And if you only watch the third game, then you're gonna probably look at Bulgaria and be like, oh shit. But then again, you probably will also look at Tortuga
Tortuga
and
last
say,
game,
oh
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
So like if you have last game bias, you're probably still in a whole dilemma right now of who to choose. I think that more people are gonna go towards Tortuga, but I personally think if you're going by last game bias, it's definitely Bulgaria. If you're just going strictly off of last game bias, it is
I mean, yeah.
guaranteed Bulgaria.
9.5 KDA for Tortuga in that last game. You know, leading the damage charts. But Bulgaria not too far behind. Just going 18
Killers
and
in the
5
chat saying no love for the stun bot. Yeah, I know you're a
Oh, you
support
get your
dude. You
love,
know
don't you
supports get
worry.
no love.
Oh, with me on the cast, they generally get love, but and no offense to you, Killer, but I think Bulk was making plays across the map for your team. It was definitely
Right.
impacted the map. I'm not sure what the meta is right now, but I'd like to see some more roaming for some of those objectives. But it looks like everybody was kind of locked into their lanes. Something interesting to see.
Hashtag. I'm a support main too, Killer. So trust me, I understand. I don't even
We all
I don't
do.
even give love to support mains either because at this point, does it really
Tie
matter if it's
tie
another
ball
support main
game.
giving it to you? Oh, look at that. So if Bulgaria and Tortuga would both like to join us here in the caster desk for a quick little interview at the end here, that would be awesome for you guys if you guys would like to be dragged up or just
Send
jump
them
in if
up,
you guys.
Bulk.
I think yeah, I'm gonna say I think both of them can just jump up anyways.
Uh,
Wait, Bulg's in the production thing. He should be able to just jump right into the caster chat.
I mean, go invite Tortuga. I mean, Tortuga, do you want to come up there? I mean, Bulgaria, you ask him, and then you move him.
Our team has disappeared. Lol.
Ah, yeah. Actually, the whole team did go offline. So sad.
That's sadness, guys. We wanted to.
Disrespect us like that. And Tortuga is on Do Not Disturb, so I'm gonna have to ban him from the league for not fulfilling his contractual obligations of fulfilling the MVP.
MVP interviews are required, people. Okay, if you're
That
gonna
means you,
sit here and
Bulgaria.
deny us,
Get in here. Anyways, well, sorry, there may not be a an interview. Um, I don't know what account that is. 3S Mark. Uh,
yeah. So
Bulgaria, I'm
if you
totally
if
not
you
hiding in a different channel. Up there's Tortuga. There he is.
here we go.
There's an MVP.
Hello.
How did that
Tortuga
go for
stonks
you?
going up.
Uh, the games went well. I mentally, I'm not looking at game two because it didn't work out to how we planned. But they, we scrimmed these guys before the season started, and it went 2-1 exactly as well. But these guys are definitely solid. Their bot lane, I have a lot of respect for them, for Smoothie and uh, crap, I forgot his name already. I'm sorry.
Tactic.
Tactic. I'm just tired, dude.
No, I do the same thing, bro. You're good.
That Seraphine game two looks like it was pretty hard to deal with, and just banned it out for game three. And looks like you guys, your team fight's not getting blown up before they started. You were able to execute a lot better, and you got to actually have people to stand behind as an AD carry. So I'm sure that felt a lot better.
Oh, 1,000%. Just having Bulgaria say, "Yo, I'm just gonna go in if I see them," and I was like, "Okay, cool."
Speaking of Bulgaria, he's here now.
I was hiding in a different chat and enjoying it.
Well, yeah, that sounds like a Bulgaria thing to do. So co MVPs, you guys are now 1-1. Uh, how do you guys feeling so far about your team? I mean, I think this feels like it's a run back in a lot of ways. You guys feeling good about where you're projected the rest of the season?
I would say we're feeling good. We're still trying to get a grasp on exactly how we want to build our team comps.
So they know
Game two
exactly what
was
they're
an
going to do.
option of well, game two was a little bit different than what we've done in the past, but it's worked in
Yeah.
other games. So we're still trying to figure out some better ways to play together as a team, but we're getting there. We're getting around to it.
Remember, this guy said he didn't play Lilia, played Lilia. He said he was going to feed in game 1.
Did
and
you
then
see
cleaned
my
up,
Lilia play? I
and then-
shouldn't have
and then
played Lilia.
cleaned up in game 1.
Dude, I think I jinxed that one by telling Bulgaria. He's like, I have no skin for this champ, and I said, yo, if we win, I'll buy you a skin.
That is true. Omega said we were losing as soon as you said that.
I'll keep my mouth
You
shut
blew
the
all your
next time.
points. You blew all your points game 1 on RDS.
Game 2, I also bet on RDS though, so
did you
I
bet
won some
10,000?
back. No, I didn't have that much. All like 20 points I had left.
That's right.
Let's go gambling.
Oh my God. That's exactly what I said game 1. He said, I'm throwing 10K. I said, I'm throwing all on red right now. I'm going to the casino, just throwing it all on red.
Just put it all on 17. You just got to put it all
Yep.
on 17, guy.
Goodness.
I don't know why that's such a good number at casinos. Just always throw it on red on 17. You're good to go.
Yep.
And right now, the red 17 this time around was Los Nomadas. You guys did an absolutely great job. A banger of a series. I love seeing these even games happen in the league, especially with the types of teams that you guys are. I did say that you guys might have found a slight rival for yourselves, and seeing that you mentioned that you already scrimmed these guys before, it was the same result, and both you guys were really punching at each other. I'm definitely going to be excited to see if you guys end up going against each other potentially in playoffs, and we'll see what goes on. But definitely two very strong teams right now.
Well, wait, I think we have him again in the regular season. This was a division match, so we'll play him again later in the season at some point as well.
Oh yeah.
So it's always a fun game to play against them. Have to actually gank once or twice on the Salt to punish him for leaving jungle. Just can't leave the jungle, sir.
Gotta give him the treatment.
Give him the non-jungle treatment. Make him feel like give him the Dyrus treatment.
Exactly.
Well, if there's
Oh,
nothing
goodness.
else, I think I'm good on questions for that one, Blitz. Do you have anything else
Yeah,
you would like
I'm
to say?
good. Have a great rest of your evening, gentlemen. Patty, good luck with the website updates.
Yeah, I'm already working through it.
I figured. I figured. Thank you. We do appreciate it. The ones who know you do put work into it. You know, sometimes you take breaks, but
I do, weeks at a time.
but right now he is on top of it. Last time I checked, the website was looking really clean, looking nice. We now have the leaderboards for Legacy, and I think you have the season stats up there for leaderboards as well.
Yep,
so
and
continue to check those
all the
out.
stats, including the legacy, should also update as I go through the season, unless I messed up my scripting. So I'll find out this week.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. Have a good rest of your night. Any closing thoughts, Malco?
No, actually, I think we should be all set for right now. Eventually, as I already mentioned to everybody beforehand, we should be having another podcast coming up in the next week or so. Once we get everything situated, I will get the guests all put together. And once that is good, then we'll be good to go. Thank you, Summit Esports League, for rating with a party of 29. We greatly appreciate you for being able to send those people over to us. Unfortunately, for the people who are interested in seeing us, the games have already ended. It was a 2-1 series for Los Nomadas. It definitely though remember to follow us here at Valhalla Esports if you are interested in seeing more of the league, as we will be getting more of the games casted throughout the week this week. Join us on the casting desk, join us in the league as well if you're looking to play, by all means. But with that much said, guys, this is Melko and Blitz joining me with the production. Thank you very much for running the stream tonight, and I was glad to be able to cast for you guys. With that said, have a good night.
Yep. Have a good one, everybody.